The Parents Television Council plans to protest Paris Hilton's new ad. The group says this new commercial to promote Carl's Jr. hamburgers is indecent, calling it softcore porn.
Oh. Yeah. I think I want a burger.
Oh.
A nice, big, fat cheeseburger, baby.
Oh, yeah. You can really sink your teeth into.
Oh, you know I will, Terry.
Oh,
Are you still going to hold the pickle?
It's good stuff, Carl's Jr.
I guess so.
I'll drive all the way to L.A. if I have to. Get myself a cheeseburger.
This new commercial to promote Carl's Jr. hamburgers is indecent, calling it softcore porn.
Softcore porn to promote your fast food restaurants, Terry.
Yeah.
I call this progress.
Well, sex does sell.
All right. There it is. The Terry Frey analysis. There you have it.
Just have everybody eating naked.
Oh. She's not stopping there, Stephen. She's got more.
Most of the clientele of Carl's Jr. you probably don't want to see eat naked.
Oh, geez. But Stephen knows if there was one in this area, he'd be there every day.
They're really good.
Is that right? You've had a Carl's Jr.?
Big fan.
Oh, well.
Wow.
Big fan.
I've never had one.
Neither have I.
Oh, well. Anyhow, this is very exciting.
I'm in Vancouver, Washington.
What's going on today? Obviously, you don't have any fancy shirt or blouses on today, so not much happening, right?
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
I guess.
A little martini T-shirt.
Oh, yeah. Wishing I could drink right about now.
No.
Just kidding.
No,
Need one early.
Got the bangs going.
Oh, I know, yeah.
You had the big doctor's appointment yesterday.
Yes.
Stuck, what, 17, 18 needles in your kid's arms or what?
Yeah, about.
Mm-hmm. It's dangerous.
Oh, I know.
I warned you.
I know.
I know your doctor's making it like it's nothing, but do you know why I warn you about this?
We've talked about
I know,
this.
but do you know why I warn you? I know you know the reason behind it, but do you know why it's so significant? Do
I know why you're always, when we talk about the babies and...
All I'm
the,
telling you is this.
In regards to autism?
Yes. In the 70s and the 60s, 70s,
Right.
1 in 10,000 kids were diagnosed with autism.
That, right.
Now, okay, well, if you understand that, how many are diagnosed now?
I don't know the exact number, but I know that it's that for some reason, and even pediatricians have no idea why, but the increase is just like huge.
Yes. It was 1 in 10,000 in the 70s. It's 1 in 200 now, approximately.
Right, yeah.
Yes, and they don't know why.
Yeah, and they're even like going, whoa.
But if you ask the parents of kids with autism, a large chunk will say that the kid was fine, talking great, happy.
Right.
Then all of a sudden they stuck his arm or his leg with a whole group of vaccines on a certain doctor visit, and a few weeks later he was never the same.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And the doctors have no proof of that, so they'll talk all parents into thinking, oh, it's nothing, those people are just crazy. Well, their kids are the ones with autism, and they're the ones saying that that's the reason why. They'll swear to it. They will. And there's a reason to think that all that mercury, and vaccines have a lot of mercury and thimerosal rushing to that little baby's body's head, could do some damage.
And they've even in the medical world, they when this whole discovery, because I was just reading something recently about it, they've had to change certain combinations of vaccines because they're thinking certain combinations are one of the reasons.
And yet the doctors will think you're crazy for asking to slow down the vaccines as far as the groupings. And they just started doing the groupings of vaccines about 10, 20 years ago. Because why? Because it saves them time and money as a unit of doctors and whatever place you go to. So it's to their benefit, not yours, to get these groupings of vaccines, and yet you did it yesterday. So I'm not saying that's the cause, but I don't think it's worth the risk anyway.
Okay.
I hope your kids are fine.
So you should spread it out, is what you're saying, right?
I'm not saying don't get vaccines, but spread them out so you don't get 6 different vaccines in one visit.
Right.
Because all that mercury at once is too much for a baby's little body to handle.
Right. Which I have never gotten 6 at once, by the way.
You got what? Well, I guarantee you got 4 or 5.
I didn't.
They always get 4 or 5 at once.
I didn't get 4 or 5 yesterday.
What'd you get?
I got 2.
Well, you were probably scheduled for 2 in the past. The way they do it, they're always lumping them together.
I understand where you're coming from. I know. You're right. They do lump them together, no doubt.
And you didn't do anything about telling the doctors to spread them out more.
No, we've talked about it.
All right, whatever. It's your kids. I don't care. Anyway.
Well, it sounds like she only did 2. That's fine, right?
Well, if it's on the schedule plan that the doctors typically have given parents and the kids these days, that's too much. Whatever it is. It's too much.
When I'm 47, I'm due for my measles shot. I look forward to it.
I think you'll be autistic the next day.
Yeah, Rain Man was a big hit.
Well, that would prove it then. Let's try it.
Yeah, let's see what happens.
Well, for whatever reason, 1 in 10,000 kids in the 70s and 1 in 200 kids today.
Yeah, it's amazing.
That's staggering.
And they don't know why. So until they find a reason, why take the extra risk? Anyhow, whatever. What else is going on there?
Well, it appears that I have some news for you about...
I just hope you don't learn the hard way. You should have listened to me. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, I mean, I have 3 older children who had groups of vaccines, too, and who, I mean, one is 14, the other's
Terry,
10, and I understand where you're coming from.
I'm not saying every kid has this happen, or else every kid would have autism. I'm talking to a dumbass, man.
No, you're not. I understand where you're coming from.
Well, my other kids don't have it.
But
all right, never mind. I'm not going to bother you with anything.
I mean...
Why waste my breath? Anyway.
Jeez.
There, that's good rationale.
Well, I'm just...
By that rationale, then every kid should have autism.
Oh,
what you're
that's
saying.
not even what I'm saying.
Well, that is what you're saying.
No, it's not.
Whatever. I'm not talking to you.
Okay.
Because it's just completely frustrating. It's always has been.
Okay.
All right. I'm just looking out for your best interest,
Thank you.
And you're sitting there giving me whatever. Anyway, what else?
I was going to tell you some Oprah Winfrey news about how...
I don't care.
Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind then.
What's that?
Nothing. I was going to ask you if you wanted to hear about Dave Chappelle sighting.
I can't look at you right now. I'm sorry. I'm just, please. You're on the air. Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
I just wanted to thank you for bringing up that article about the mercury because my son has autism and I was not aware of that.
I'm not talking about any article. There's a lot of different research on it, but I'm not talking about any specific article. If you're trying to pin me down to any specific article, I'm not doing that. All right?
Oh.
But I understand.
Okay.
I understand your appreciation.
I just heard the tail end of it. I'm sorry.
Yes. All right. Well, thank you. I'm sorry about your child, and I'm hoping that progress is made in the future.
Okay. Thank you.
Take care. You're on the air.
Hello, Jay.
Yes.
Okay, first of all, I have to agree with you about Terry not listening.
Yeah, she does it. I don't get it, man. I just don't get it. It's just ridiculous.
My sister would not listen to me yesterday when I was trying to explain something to her, and Terry's doing the same thing. They just tell you to shut up.
Mm-hmm.
It's annoying.
Yes. Basically, that's what's happening.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And people need to listen. Because if you don't listen, you're
think.
stupid.
Think! But that's all right. I can't change the world. But our other kids are fine, so everything's going to be great.
Yeah.
And I'm sure everything will be great. The odds are in your favor that everything will be fine. I'm just saying, why run the risk? That's all I'm saying. Just looking out for you and your new kids. I know your new husband is very excited to have kids of his own, right? Mm-hmm. So why run the risk? Mm-hmm. That's all I'm saying. Mm-hmm. But your other kids are fine. Because there are some kids without autism. That makes sense. Yes, go ahead, Schwager.
Well, people just... Okay, you need... Terry, sometimes what people have to say, you might not like it, but you listen anyways.
It's not that. She's listening. She's just not getting it. And to me, I don't know why I find that so frustrating. I thought she got it, and she made her own educated decision. Then I realized it wasn't.
When
Lord,
Darius was getting the vaccine, there has been changes as far as spreading it out and things like that. I mean, and I've noticed that, and I've talked to my pediatrician about certain combinations. Well, for me,
they have made it worse. They have they have clumped them together. There are more vaccines now than ever, and they group them together 2 at a time here, 3 at a time in your next visit, 5 at a time. They'll give you they'll combine. You think you're getting one vaccine, but they combine them together. Mumps, measles, rubella is all considered one vaccine. That's too... Anyway, whatever.
Seems like she has,
Again, I'm wasting my breath. Yes.
5 kids, so that's a lot of experience with shots, I would imagine.
Yes, and she's had a very good success rate so far, and most parents have. 1 in 200 is still enormous odds in your favor. But...
There's always
why
the risk.
Run the risk?
Right.
You could eliminate even the 1 in 200 risk if you just spread them out. And again, I'm not saying this is definitely the reason. I don't know. All I know is that parents who have kids who have autistic characteristics or are autistic will say with absolute confidence a lot of times this is the reason it happened. So why not just eliminate that? It's very simple. But your doctor will try to talk you out of it because it serves their best interest to have you get them in clumps. But if you insist, which they don't like you to do, but if you insist that they have no choice but to do it your way. But you didn't do that, but that's fine. Why do I care about your kids? I never even met them.
I know that.
I just was trying to do you a little favor,
Okay,
but
I appreciate it.
you get all testy. And then I get testy. Because I figure this is like the first time in my life I try to do Terry a favor and where to get me. Doesn't even listen. Anyway, yes, go ahead. Anything to say, Schwager?
Well, yeah. Basically, one thing they should do is try to design they should design shots that don't have as much mercury. That would help.
Well, they're doing that. They are doing that. Yes.
Well,
That's a great idea, man.
They need to get it done quicker.
All right.
And people need to listen to other people.
All right, Schwager. Whatever you said. That's great.
Now, what if I had a kid and he's artistic? Then what does that stem from? If he's a good drawer.
I don't know.
May not be your child.
Yeah, probably not.
Doesn't come from you.
It just makes me realize, why the hell was I ever even worried about Terry's kids? Why? Why did I even waste my time? You know? So we'll stop arguing now.
Okay. I'm
all
not
right?
even arguing.
Not going to worry about them. Not going to ask about them.
Okay, that's fine.
Hope they have a great life. Yeah.
The T-Man.
The famous Jeopardy champ Ken Jennings has a new game show with Comedy Central coming this fall.
Right.
He's also going to have a board game, Can You Beat Ken? A CD trivia game, and a book out next year.
Terry, I submit you. Oh. I think you have the best shot.
Nah.
Oh, you don't think so?
Not even.
Oh, okay.
I'd always be in the negative when I tried to play.
Mm.
Oh, dang.
You're on the air.
Hello.
Sorry, I'm still not ready to look at you. Yes, go ahead.
I was wondering how many suggestions or how many immunizations you suggest giving at a time.
Oh, geez, what have I turned the show into now? Autism-friendly show to America?
It's shot talk.
Right. Listen, again, I'm no expert. I have only done a lot of recent research. All I know is that if there was a chance, as I've informed Terry, that there may be, let's say, put it this way, a hole in the floor a few yards up the way, why don't you walk around it? There's a 1 in 200 chance you may fall through that hole in the floor. Would you walk that path, or would you walk around it just to eliminate the risk? Well, you walked right. No, you walked right through it. After I told you there's a hole in the floor. There's a hole in the floor there. Well, my children did fall in there, so I'm not going to worry about it. 1 in 200 chance is a 199 out of 200 chance they won't fall through the floor. Well, if that's your logic, then good. I'm just telling you why not eliminate the risk, right?
Sure.
Right.
Now, there are some people that say there shouldn't be any vaccines at all until kids are 3 years old. And there are a lot of websites now that say don't give your kids vaccines at all until they're old enough for their bodies to handle it. I don't believe in that philosophy. I think that runs other risks of all kinds of diseases they may get. But the new research says that if you spread them out, one vaccine every 6 weeks, that you're perfectly safe, and that eliminates the risk of that 1 in 200 chance now of the rate of children, of babies coming forth with the characteristics and all of a sudden the realization that they have autism. So 1 in 6 weeks, if that makes anything any clearer for you, okay?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Yes, this is your Dr. T-Man here. Now, I'm no longer a psychologist. I'm a medical doctor. What's that now?
What do I do with this? There's this little growth that I have.
Yeah, I got this weird wrap
David,
right in between here.
You both could fall through the floor as far as I'm concerned. All right. I just thought I was doing something nice, and Terry said, no, I'm just going to take my chances. And that's fine.
I think she disagrees with you, though. Does she?
That's the point. It doesn't seem like she disagrees, and yet she just went ahead and did with the whatever. Anyway, I'm not going to get through this. What else is going on in the world, please?
Well, apparently Angelina Jolie tried to get in touch with Jennifer Aniston and be friends. That's according to the National Enquirer. However, she was ignored. Apparently, she left a message on Jennifer's machine talking about, it's not what it seems with Brad and I, and she's just trying to reach out and be friends, and it's not happening.
All right, well, I don't feel the friendliness in your voice right now, so you're on the air. Hello. Yes. Sounds like Jennifer's done with friends altogether.
Yeah.
I'll be there for you, not.
Right.
Hello? What else?
Well, look, speaking of kids, Nicolas Cage, he's going to be a daddy soon, and he wants to name his baby Elvis because he's a huge Elvis fan. Kind of weird, but whatever.
And that's it?
Well, do you care that there could be a 7th season of The Sopranos?
7th season?
A 7th season.
Right.
Yes.
This is it.
Well.
All right, good night, everyone.
I could give you all kinds of stuff. I could give you my stories now if you don't want to hear anything about other stuff.
The T-Man.
It's the one thing that gets more buzz than her music, her hit TV show, and her new movie, The Dukes of Hazzard, combined.
Oh, jeez.
Jessica Simpson's marriage.
Ow!
Now, Us Weekly is asking, was Jessica more than friends with former Jackass star Bam Margera? Magazine's Katrina Zish gives this one a big no.
Yeah, they hear this, Stephen? There's this big rumor that Jessica Simpson had sex with Bam Margera.
Oh, wow.
Familiar with that show, right? You watch it all the time?
Oh, yeah.
Well, no, the spin-off from Jackass that now he's pretty much the main character in.
Right, I love
the
it.
main character. Yes, I'm sure you watch it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
It's my favorite.
Big fan of Don Vito, are you?
Don Vito, yes.
Yeah, right. You know what I'm talking about, do you?
I have no idea.
Okay. Well,
I know who Jessica Simpson is.
Yes. And yes, I believe that she is having some serious and major marital problems to the point where a divorce could be right around the corner, but with a guaranteed 4 more variety hour specials happening, how could they ever get divorced? I mean, they're just so fun for the whole family, don't you know?
I think her and Bam should have one.
Mm-hmm. Well, maybe she feels Bam can't carry his weight in a variety hour like Nick Lachey can.
Tough to do.
Yes.
Nick's a good singer, though. That's probably what he has over him.
Right, of course. He's a great singer. That's right. You're all over it.
Jessica says that she is loyal and very committed to her husband, Nick Lachey.
There's this big rumor. Jessica Simpson had sex with Bam's World. She's not the type.
No.
Even if she's having major problems in her marriage. And she probably is. She is. I believe it. She's just not the type. I saw her in L.A., Terry. Mm-hmm. She wouldn't sleep with me.
She can't possibly be the type.
Not happening.
Well, you know, though.
She's had sex with one guy in her life, and all of a sudden she's having some marital problems. She sleeps with Bam Margera. Is that how you pronounce his last name?
Margera, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There it goes. One guy wants to branch out.
Now, Bam is kind of big time these days. Show's kind of funny. You watch it?
I TiVo it, yes.
You TiVo it?
I do, yes.
Mm-hmm.
He's got his own show, his own video game. He's big time.
Wow.
But
The kids love him.
oh wow. Well, he's like in his 30s, isn't he?
Yeah.
I don't think Jessica's doing it.
Come on, man. Pulling your furniture out of your parents' house and building skate ramps. That's good, solid humor.
But the word is that Bam Margera's dad went on some little hick radio show and made the claim and then swore up and down that his son has never lied to him, and it all of a sudden became a huge deal, even though Jessica Simpson and her people are denying it.
Magazine's Katrina Zish gives this one a big no.
Oh.
Jessica says that she is loyal and very committed to her husband, Nick Lachey.
The
Right.
rumor started when Bam Margera's father, Phil, made the shocking claims on WMMR's
Oh, yeah, here it is. WMMR. Don't get that shot together.
Preston and Steve radio show in Philadelphia. Bam's buddy, Johnny Knoxville, stars with Jessica in the new Dukes of Hazzard movie, and Bam denies his father's claim.
Who is Johnny Knoxville going to be in the Dukes of Hazzard movie?
One of the Dukes.
Really?
He is.
He's a main character?
Him and Stifler.
Oh,
Them Dukes, them
Lord.
Dukes.
Him and Stifler are the main two good old boys.
They are.
Never meaning no harm.
No. I mean, they've had trouble with the law since the day they were born.
Mm-hmm.
Jessica's new super slim Daisy Duke body has also been drawing a lot of attention.
Right.
My husband's in heaven.
But is it true that the blonde beauty battled problems with her self-image?
Yes, her husband's in heaven because every time she goes to the bathroom to throw up, he's screwing around with Playboy porn stars, Terry.
Right. Have some more-
Playboy channel porn stars.
I do have some more information on this little story for you.
I mean, you watch Totally Busted on Playboy all the time, right?
Yeah.
I know you're not a Bam's World or
No.
what's the name of that show?
Viva La Bam or Bam's
Viva
World.
La
I don't know
Bam,
what it's
yeah.
called. I think they might have changed
Bam's
the name.
World.
Oh, geez. I know you're not a Bam's World fan,
No.
Terry, but you're watching Totally Busted with Jessica James, right?
Sure.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
I watch it all the time.
But
totally
is
busted?
it true that the blonde beauty battled problems with her self-image?
Believe it or not, Jessica Simpson, Little Miss Perfect Barbie doll, did have body image issues.
All right, well, what teenage 20-something woman doesn't have body image problems?
True.
Show me a 24-year-old girl with the most unbelievable, perfect, flawless body, and I'll show you a mental case. It's the truth. It's the way the world works. I'm not going to pretend like I understand necessarily the intricacies of the wiring of the female mind these days, Terry. But I got a good overview of how it's happening.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, jeez. Terry will agree with anything I say right now.
That's pretty good, actually. Terry, I think my car needs to be washed.
Right.
By you.
It says Jessica's cut back on her Daisy Duke workouts, but she's still a dedicated gym rat.
Oh.
She quit the no-carbs Atkins diet, saying she felt too deprived. Now she's on the South Beach diet, and obviously it's working wonders.
Oh, there you go. The South Beach diet, a big upgrade as far as all the lack of restrictions, as opposed to the Atkins diet. Yes.
It's funny how those diets make you feel deprived. I can't have cheesecake and hamburgers every day. I'm so deprived. I'm out.
Well, you can have hamburgers on the Atkins diet.
Oh, yeah, just no bun.
Just throw the bun aside.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That sounds
No
healthy.
bun.
Yeah. Apple, no good for you. Big meat patty, handle it.
Yes, just chew on the fat of the steak. You'll be fine.
Right. Jeez.
What else? What else is going on? You were starting to say something there.
Well, I was going to tell you, I have a little bit more information on this whole Jessica Simpson thing. Apparently,
She went on, the dad went on the radio show in Philadelphia and claimed that his son had sex with Jessica Simpson.
Yeah.
Wasn't she linked with Fred Durst, too, for like a couple weeks ago, or
she
like last
was.
week?
Something like that, yeah.
Maybe she likes those dirty tattooed types.
Whoa. But apparently...
Steven sounds like he likes a little bit, too.
According to
You all right up there, Steven?
I love it, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, she'd like me.
She'd like you?
No, I'm kidding.
Yes.
According to
Yes.
they're saying that she's already filed for divorce and, of course, has
According to E, who at E? What at E?
It just
Where
says
at E?
the entertainment
The
show
entire
E.
channel.
It says, has confirmed that Jessica Simpson filed for divorce Tuesday in L.A. Superior Court, citing irreconcilable differences as the reason for the end of her 2.5-year marriage.
Now, today would be Wednesday.
Yes.
So you're saying yesterday she went into court with Michael Jackson and all the cameras floating around.
Right. That's what E is saying. So.
I don't know.
But this woman on the story, the Katrina Shish woman, is that how you pronounce her last name?
Fine.
She also says that while they were filming, the movie, The Dukes of Hazzard, they also went all partying and stayed over at Nick and Jess's house.
So maybe that's how she was in closer contact with Bam than ever before, because he hangs out with Johnny Knoxville a lot. They were partying.
Yeah.
There it
Bing,
is.
bang, boom.
Oh,
bang,
bam.
bang, boom, bam. Did you watch, Stephen, did you watch the big Variety Hour celebrating and tributing and entertaining the troops between Jessica, Nick Lachey, and Willie Nelson?
I did not, no. Missed it.
What a triangle. I heard they had some partying backstage.
Yeah,
too.
I would imagine.
Yes.
Willie Nelson's still alive.
Willie in the
Believe it
middle.
or not.
Got the weed from Willie, probably.
You didn't watch that.
No, I
thought
was
you would've been all over that.
one Nick and Jessica variety show, and I was done. Couldn't take any more.
Well, Brian McKnight made a return appearance.
Oh, he seems to be good friends with them.
Yeah.
Glad to know Mick Schmoggy still has a gig these days.
Thank goodness.
He's
huh?
in the good graces of Nick and Jessica, Terry.
Yeah, he is.
So there may have been papers filed yesterday.
Yep, may have been.
At the L.A. County Courthouse.
Yep.
Where they freed O.J., and now Jessica Simpson may be free of the marriage she was in herself, according to E. So she can run away with Bam.
Damn. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, rest assured, we'll follow this story closely for you, don't you know?
So does that mean there's going to be no follow-up to the cliffhanger of Newlyweds this last season?
Oh.
What was the cliffhanger?
Yeah, what was it?
Would Nick mow the lawn today?
I'm dying to know.
I'd rather find out if Nick would do something on that show.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, right there, Stevie?
I'm doing fine, thanks.
Yes. What else? What else is going on, Terry?
P. Diddy is going to court to fight a recent increase in his child support to his 11-year-old son. Apparently, last month, the court bumped up the child support from $5,000 to $21,782, which in New York is like the steepest child support payment.
I'm getting the sense if you want to get some good Hollywood stars autographs, hang out at the courthouses.
No.
That's where
New
they're
York and L.A., man.
spending a lot of their time
Hot
these days.
spots.
Got Jessica Simpson floating in and out, filing papers. Jay Leno with the big chin walking in and out of court yesterday. I'm sure that put the jury over the top as far as freeing Michael Jackson, Terry.
Yeah.
So it's P. Diddy is upset about these?
Well, he's thinking, he says that the reason why it's so high, and he says, it's not the money, it has nothing to do with the money, it's just that he feels that his character is being attacked. And the mother of his 11-year-old son claims that...
They're trying to make him pay for being a rebel rapper all these years,
Yeah,
too.
I guess so.
Was that his feeling on this?
Sure.
That he shouldn't be treated any differently than any other...
Would you like his quote?
Who was, what? His quote?
Yes, about it.
Do I need to... Okay, go ahead.
He says, quote, "It's not about money. I don't care how much money I have. If you come at me and say I don't take care of my child, I'm going to take care of that to the end."
All right. I'm sure he said it a lot more clearly than that. But anyhow, thank you for the quote, Terry. We're a lot less confused now than we were before. And we'll find out whether P. Diddy comes up with the cash to support the child as the judge in the courthouse has now decreed. Or not. But we have confirmed that he is having a $9 million party in the Hamptons this weekend.
No joke.
The son's not invited.
Right.
Stay home.
With plenty of hot tubs filled with Cristal for everyone to dive in headfirst in.
Right.
And we're all invited.
The T-Man.
Luke, I'm your father with a message from...
Dave Chappelle's been missing in action, but we finally found him. The Chappelle Show Season 2 Uncensored DVD drops into stores today. The 3-disc set features all 13 outrageous episodes.
Enjoy yourself.
Deleted scenes and a blooper reel.
It was the #1 all-time best-selling TV DVD up till this point, ladies and gentlemen, the Dave Chappelle Season 1 DVD. Now Season 2 comes out this week, and, of course, all the talk has been recently that Dave Chappelle has snapped due to all the success, Terry.
Right.
It's too much to take. And from what I read, he was just recently spotted buying cigarettes in Ohio.
Yes.
So it sounds like a happy ending to me. All the talk
in his
about
hometown, as a matter of fact.
all the talk about him being in South Africa now. I don't know if that's gone and forgotten. Was he never there or what?
Well, he could have been there and just came home.
Yeah.
Came home.
Maybe he's done with his little stint.
Yeah. He did a stint in South Africa and time to come home. And
Well, it doesn't sound like he's
regroup.
back to work, though.
No, so far.
He's not back to work.
Not back to work. And they're
Season
even
3.
speculating whether or not he'll even come back at all.
Season 3, still on hold. Season 4, on hold. Season 5, he's confirmed he'll do. I don't know. But he is, at least, back and smoking. So that's progress.
Yes,
Okay.
it is.
The whole apartheid thing in South Africa. Kind of boring. I'm out of here.
Right.
They'll go get some smokes in Ohio.
Right.
All right, so at least we know now where he is.
Sure.
All right. We'll see if he goes back to work. A lot of fans are hoping he does. Doesn't seem like he cares right now.
Right.
What else? What else is happening?
Calls to Jenny Craig weight loss centers increased 81% recently after Kirstie Alley appeared on Oprah's show.
81% is a pretty big number, huh?
Yes.
Yes.
She appeared on Oprah last week.
Of course, Jenny Craig, after hearing this news, ran off to Ohio to buy some smokes and called it quits as far as a career, Terry. It's too much success.
Way too much success.
So Oprah, all you got to do if you ever want to sell something is go on Oprah.
Yeah.
Oprah is the end all. This obviously confirms it, like we didn't know already. Oprah is magic.
She is.
I mean, I'm just waiting for the day that Oprah on her show just stands up, unzips herself, and we find out it's been Jesus all along.
Wow.
I mean, what else is there that Oprah can do besides that? Oh, no, she couldn't be Jesus because she would never have a Last Supper, Terry.
Oh, that's true.
There are plenty of suppers coming up in Oprah's life, don't you know?
The rest of the Jesus stuff she can handle.
Right.
That's just the one part.
That's the only part that makes me realize that she's not, in fact. But 81%.
81%.
She ain't walking on water either. Have you seen her lately? Holy heavy water.
Yeah.
All Kirstie Alley has to do is show up there and talk about Jenny Craig, and the phone is ringing off the... I mean, Jenny Craig has had some success in the past.
Yes, they have.
All right.
They've been around forever.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's my point. I'm like being facetious when I
Right,
say
right.
she's had a little bit of success.
Right.
She's done okay for herself as an entrepreneur, as a business. She's made it, and yet she was able to have this kind of increase when Kirstie Alley shows up on Oprah.
Yep.
Well, I'm amazed.
Saying that she's lost 33 pounds and she's having a great time losing weight. Oh.
So how does she look now? Is she looking like she's thin all of a sudden, or no?
She's thinning down. I've seen her. Yeah, I wouldn't say like thin, because she was like, they say that she was 3 pounds when she started.
Oh, that's just in, Terry. 78% of those calls made to Jenny Craig were made by gay phone operators. So it really is not as big a deal as we thought.
Maybe we need to get gay phone operator on Oprah.
Right. She'll touch
him
with her right hand, and he'll be cured. Well, I wonder if gay phone operator made that Diggler call that I told him to make.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, he hasn't.
I'm saying no.
I'm going to say no.
And he probably has gained about just a mere 3 pounds, but very much on the path back to 400 and then some.
The path to righteousness.
Because he said on the air he was going to do that, didn't he?
He did.
Yes, he did.
A lot easier said than done, obviously, when it actually comes down to picking up the phone and Diglering the guy that you have made out to be a monster in a falsified way. Well, him and his big gay pride just can't do it.
Oh, big gay pride.
His big gay pride parade of one.
He's got the welcome back 400-pound banner up at his house already.
He's taken down the I love me banner.
Yeah.
And he's put back the 400 here we come banner.
Yeah.
So nice to have you back where you belong.
Right.
Hello, 400 pounds.
Well, he'd be perfect for Oprah's next Guys Who Don't Diggler show.
Well, maybe he wants to call in and tell us whether he Digglered the trainer or not, but I get the sense from the lack of the hotline ringing right now that the answer is already pretty much known.
And plus, too, when he says no, we're all going to give him a hard time for not doing it, so he doesn't want to hear that either, because he's still in.
All right, so then let's just assume what we already know and move on. What else is going on?
Well, Britney Spears and Kevin Federline's show Chaotic came in 81st in the ratings.
81st of
for
all the
their
shows
debut
that are on for the week.
Yes.
81st is not that good.
3.7 million viewers.
And that's pretty low.
Pretty low.
Although that's 3.6 million viewers more than UPN has ever had, I'm sure, Terry.
God, I bet they were happy with it, yeah.
All right. Well, they're happy with anything that has a million attached to it. But as far as all the hype, all the hubbub, all the buzz that maybe it was getting, maybe it wasn't, it's a disappointment is what you're saying to finish 81st.
I would say so.
You would have thought it would have finished top 20.
Mm-hmm.
I would think. But
I mean, if you look at some of the shows finishing in the top 20, you would think that they would have had a spot in the top 50.
Yeah.
Man, Scrubs was taken off the air and finished in the top 50, Terry.
I know.
It finished 81st.
81st. In fact,
And that's when Nick and Jessica decided to keep it going.
Yeah, they said, hey.
Let's not get divorced.
Yeah, we're in.
Let's keep the dream alive.
In
The show
fact,
was bad, but I couldn't stop watching.
Oh, jeez. So you watched it, is that right?
I watched the season premiere. I have not since then, but...
Well, how many times has it been on?
It's been on twice now.
It has?
Yeah, it was on, I think, last night.
Wow.
Because I have it on my TiVo for the past week, and yet, sometimes you just have things there waiting to be watched, and you just never decide to actually punch the button and make it happen.
I don't know that.
Oh, jeez.
he watches everything he says.
Well,
I can't stand it when it's all backed up.
We're talking about TV now? Mm-hmm. Anyhow, so what you're saying is it is very watchable.
Well, it's not watchable, but it's something you can't take your eyes away from.
Kind of like Campbell. All right, anyhow.
It's like emails from your family. I'll just say that as new. I'll get to it someday. Never open them.
What else? What else, real quick?
The man who wrote The Hokey Pokey recently died. He was 93 years old.
93?
Yep.
Wow, you see all that shaking it all about it, it'll make you live a nice long life, Terry.
Right.
That's the key to life.
Mm-hmm.
Shaking it all about, Stephen. Are you shaking it all about?
I do, yes.
Are you doing the hokey? Oh, jeez.
Oh, come on.
93.
93.
I put it all in.
Mm-hmm.
Nice long life there, huh?
We see what happened, though, when they try to get him in the casket, Terry. They put his left foot in, and you can see what the problem was.
They were there for a while.
Right.
Yeah.
They were struggling.
Yeah, they were.
Trying to put him to rest, Terry.
Long
In,
funeral.
out,
Then they put his right foot in, Terry.
Oh, geez.
And same problem.
Oh, dang.
Well, we played the cue to call, don't you know?
Oh.
To give away Summer Jam tickets. You know, Summer Jam, one of the hottest tickets of the year every year, Stephen, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Okay.
yeah. Mm-hmm. I've heard
And you
something.
know how fast they're selling right now, don't you know?
Yeah, it's going pretty well.
Okay. You know that the Gorge on July 23rd, I'm glad they're doing it on a Saturday, as they did last year, Terry. I try to convince them to do it on Saturdays for years. I try to convince them to get the ticket price under $50 for years, because the normal person out there, and sometimes Eric Flowers forgets who's normal and who's not. I know from Normal, Terry, because I wrote the book on frickin' Normal. All right. Well, I know that the normal person out there doesn't want to spend more than $50 on a ticket, even as big as an extravaganza as it is. And they want to be able to spend time at the Gorge, if they're going to go to the Gorge, without having to worry about getting home.
Right.
All right? So having it on a Monday, like they did 2 years ago,
that was bright.
I predicted was a mistake. I refused to show up. I didn't show up to Summer Jam that year. I'm not going on a Monday. And now he finally has listened to my words of advice. Because this year, Summer Jam is on a Saturday. This year, Summer Jam ticket prices are under $50. This year, the T-Man will be mingling about the crowd at Summer Jam.
Yeah.
Doing the hokey-pokey, turning myself around.
Are you?
Yeah.
Never get a shake.
It's too bad this guy can't be there for the show.
I know.
Well, we had him booked, and now we have to cancel him. We had him between Jada Kiss and Sierra.
That West Coast, East Coast rivalry is just getting out of hand when you take that guy.
Well, yes, when the polka, what was he, the polka guy?
Hokey-pokey.
Yeah. What am I thinking? When the hokey-pokey guy becomes a casualty of the East Coast, West Coast rivalry, you know it's out of control.
The guy that wrote Ring Around the Rosie.
But I was waiting for the retaliation on Biggie Smalls, Terry. And, the Ring Around the Rosie guy has gone into hiding.
They hate each other.
Not to mention what the Jack and Joe went up the hill guy is doing right now.
Quite the battle.
Okay, well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to give away a pair of free tickets to Summer Jam, but if you are wise, if you are a wise individual or a group of people out there, you'll realize you better get your tickets fast. Before you know it, that sold out sign goes up, and then you're not a part of the big extravaganza at the Gorge, where I hear someone's going to be in line to win $50,000 this year on stage.
Yes. Roll those big dice.
Someone gets picked out of the crowd, some yokel in the crowd. Who knows who they are? They don't know who they are right now, but they'll be at Summer Jam, then all of a sudden they'll be on stage, and all of a sudden they'll be in line to win $50,000 by rolling the dice.
Nice.
$50,000 could be coming your way just for showing up at Summer Jam this year. And although I'm going to give away a pair of free tickets, I was beginning to say, Terry, you may be best advised to make sure you have yours. You're on the air.
What caller am I?
You're caller 1. Do you want to turn that radio down or no?
Yeah.
Okay. What can I do for you?
Huh?
That's all I needed to know.
Yeah.
Yes.
That says so much.
Until you figure it out.
Right.
It's funny, my grandma was calling.
Stevie, is that you? You're on the air. You're on the air.
Hello? You figure it out.
Right.
It's the grandpa right there.
Right.
Everyone turn your radios down. Now, Terry, when I take calls after playing the cue to call, I'm going to punch up phone lines without calls being screened. I know that's a weirdity as far as radio is concerned. Yeah, look it up, Terry. That's a weirdity because usually you have like 16 phone screeners. No, the phones are ringing. I just punch up ringing phone lines. That's how it works around here.
Right.
And I ask that the ladies and gentlemen of the listening audience be prepared and turn down your radios. You're on the air.
Hello?
It's too much to ask, obviously.
Yeah, it is.
So if your phone is ringing now,
if you called us and the phone is ringing,
turn it down.
Oh, jeez.
We get it.
Anyone there?
Hello?
This is the granddaughter, obviously. Yes, hi.
Hello?
Hey, it's the Dumb Family.
What's up?
The Dumblers.
What's up?
What caller am I?
You're caller 2. Or 3, actually.
Yeah.
Three.
Caller
Grandma
three.
was 1. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, you're looking for a specific one?
I was looking for 1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's what I
but
thought.
for some
I'm
reason.
up to 3.
Yeah, we are.
I would rather not have to go to 4. But I'll go to 10 or 20 or 5,000 if I have to.
Right.
Whatever it takes.
But still, I mean, we have this person live, and they're still got the radio up.
Yeah, you're caller 3 with your radio up. Not a great start to this phone conversation. All right, well.
I guess we're going to 4.
At some point, she's going to realize how close she was.
Yeah.
Maybe not in the next minute. Maybe sometime around lunch, around noon. She'll say to herself, I think I would have won those tickets if I had just turned my radio down and spoken to the man.
Right, and paid attention to my phone.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, boy, that person's stupid on the air right now.
I know.
Yeah, listen to them, boy. If they ever go to me, I'm turning my radio down.
Yeah, because they're listening in 7-second delay going,
right.
Oh, if I was on the air, I'd be brilliant. I'd be a lot more responsive, yes. You're on the air.
Hey, I want to think it's cool.
No, we can't be that presumptuous.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
let's not go there, dude.
You're on the air. What caller am I up to?
This is 5.
Hey, man, I'm ready to go, man.
5.
Why am I getting the sense I may have to go to 93 here? Who's this? Who's this?
This is the Q.
The Q?
Yes.
Well, you have to have more of an identifiable name than the Q.
It's Quincy.
Ah, Quincy. He hates the name. Yes, I now know why you go by the Q.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. And what can I do for you, Quincy?
I am ready to go to Summer Jam.
Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Well, isn't that a little bit putting the cart before the horse here?
Nah.
Are you saying you're about to call Ticketmaster and buy yourself some tickets? Is that what you're saying?
Well, if need be, I guess I would have to do that.
Well, that's a good answer. If need be, you'd have to do that. But he's hoping, while breathing heavy,
right,
that free tickets may be coming his way.
Yes, sir.
Quincy, tell me about your fine self, sir.
Well, there's not much to me.
Besides, you're very...
Heavy breathing.
Mm-hmm. You're very good functioning lungs there. What else is there to you, Quincy?
Well, not a whole lot. Just a simple worker, everyday worker. That's about it.
Mm-hmm. And what do you do as the simple, everyday worker?
I am a truck driver.
You are?
Oh, nice.
Do you have a family to support, or it's just you on your own? Making it happen. Just you. Just Quincy, but you never know, Terry, because Summer Jam has many a love story.
Oh, yes.
Attached to it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It's very romantic.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
In the catacombs of the Gorge,
right.
George Washington, Terry, many a fine love-making little moment has happened between strangers. Anyhow, Quincy.
Yes, sir.
It sounds like, as you pointed out, you're all by yourself, but if you were to win Summer Jam tickets, they come in lots of 2. Who would you be taking with you there, Quincy?
I would have to get one of my home bros.
His home bros. Ooh. And you and this home bro of yours would go up and tear it up on July 23rd?
We will try to.
Mm-hmm. It's not guaranteeing anything, Terry.
No. Yes. No big expectations for himself there.
You don't have a girlfriend, Quincy?
No, sir.
Have you ever had? Well, when was the last serious relationship you had?
It's been a while.
How long?
I just like to roll solo.
Yes.
You never know when opportunity might present itself and you could jump on it.
And he wants to be as accessible and available as possible for that unbelievable opportunity that always can be right around the corner. Quincy, how old are you?
I am 25.
Why don't you describe yourself to the ladies who may be already with tickets to Summer Jam so they can get all moist over the thoughts of you.
Well,
and Stephen.
Yeah.
I am African-American, light-skinned.
Mm-hmm. Isn't that light-skinned? Okay, go ahead.
About 5'10".
Make sure I understand.
Right.
Yes, go ahead. 5'10", light-skinned black man. What else?
Short hair.
Short hair. He doesn't have a... Yes. He doesn't have one of those Bo Bices going on, Terry.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Medium build, and that's about it.
Medium build. It's hard to come by in this office.
Right. What is medium build again?
Do you work out at all there, Quincy?
I'd like to, but...
I mean, you're describing yourself here to be the pretty average schmo. Is there anything that stands out as far as Quincy that is your specialty as far as anything physical or mental about you there, Quince? May I call you Quince?
Sure.
No problem, sir.
Mm-hmm.
I guess, I don't know. It looks like I might have worked out, but I haven't been working out much.
That's kind of cool to have the appearance of a guy who works out, never having to lift a finger.
If you're going to go by the Q, you better be kind of special.
Oh, jeez.
What do you think?
That's fine with me. Sounds like Quince is a pretty humble guy, to be honest.
Yeah, it does.
Just picks up his lunch pail, goes to work every day, and comes home and chills by himself, waiting for opportunity to knock.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Knockety knock knock.
Oh, jeez.
Whoa.
Sounds like Stephen may be interested.
Yeah.
Okay.
They call me the S. Here I am.
Quincy, how would it make you feel if I told you have just won one pair of Summer Jam tickets?
It will make me very happy.
And would that make you happy, the Q?
Yes, sir.
Oh, QEQ, you have just won a pair of tickets to Summer Jam. Yes, Q.
Woo!
We know where you'll be July 23rd.
Yes, sir.
Who's the homeboy that gets to go with you?
Well, I have a few that I have to call up or something.
He's going to put the list together, Terry.
Yes, he is.
And then he's going to make sure he adds up the brownie points over the next few weeks.
We asked the Q to call, and he did.
Oh, jeez. Is there any lead candidate right now that he can be aware of that he's the front runner to get that spare ticket to Summer Jam?
Well, it might have to be my brother.
Your brother?
Oh, well,
your blood brother?
Yes, sir.
What's his name?
His name is Jason.
The fact that Jason's not a slam dunk and he's a blood brother to the Q.
Right.
Is a little bit, I think, of a humiliation to Jason.
Well.
How old is Jason?
Jason is 23.
Jason wants to go. You could pretty much imagine, Q. What are you doing here?
Well,
why are you dangling the carrot in front of Jason?
I'll just, leaving it open because he might be busy.
Oh, I see. Oh. He's not taking it for granted that he doesn't have unbreakable plans for July 23rd.
Right. I have a feeling, though, if Jason were actually, going for sure, he'd change all his plans.
Well, we know that you're going, Q.
Yes, sir.
And I think Summer Jam just got a little bit better because of you being there.
Right on.
All right!
Way to go.
There he is! He's the Q call! Okay. Q, hang on, all right?
Thank you, sir.
All right, Quincy. Yes. There he is.
Yep.
Quincy has just been added to the lineup of stars at Summer Jam.
Yes.
The T-Man. The biggest.
Last Friday, 12 students here at Mariner High School gathered to start a brawl.
Oh.
They did it for their own entertainment and for the camera.
Oh, jeez.
They had a plan. They were like, okay, we just go do it for fun. So they did it for fun, and then they recorded it.
Oh. The group taped the melee to show to friends.
Yeah.
While no one was seriously hurt, the tape eventually wound up in the hands of a teacher.
I want to see it.
Administration of the school got a hold of the videotape, looked at the videotape.
At least there's some fighting submariners around this area, Terry.
True.
All right?
Yes.
It certainly ain't happened at Safeco Field lately, is it?
No.
Where's Mariner High School? Is it around Seattle?
Everett.
It's in Everett?
I think so.
And they had their own, little fight club situation. Is that what happened here?
Looks like it.
While no one was seriously hurt, the tape eventually wound up in the hands of a teacher.
Administration of the school got a hold of the videotape, looked at the videotape, identified who the kids were that were fighting, and emergency expelled them.
6 students are now suspended.
Emergency expelled them. Was that like a temporary expulsion?
Yeah, I think so.
Right away.
Yes.
They're emergency expelled until we decide whether to...
Yeah, permanently do that. Jeez.
Wow, that seems a little harsh. All they were doing was beating each other up, man.
Yeah, but it wasn't still the zero tolerance thing, right?
It wasn't like they pulled anyone innocent and started beating them down, Terry. I don't see what the big deal is. I mean, maybe you want to give them detention, clap out a couple of erasers, because I know there are a lot of erasers around, Terry. And that's understandable. But to expel them for having, a little fight club?
Again, the zero tolerance
I can understand how the zero tolerance thing is out of control, and the zero tolerance thing has now gone overboard and is more the problem than it is the solution. The obvious need to try to prevent students from beating each other up is something you want to work on, but expelling them in that little overboard.
Having shown more brawn than brain.
Well, that's dumb. The movie, I thought itself was cool. and filming it. I think it's just a stupid idea.
Stupid enough to irritate just about everybody else.
We wouldn't want anyone saying bad things about Mariner because it really is a really good school.
Right.
Where taping a beating even for fun.
He doesn't want to hurt his chances of getting into a decent college, Terry.
Right, I know.
Oh, don't you go to the Fight Club school? Yeah. Hey, we're not having that at our college. You'll have to apply to another community college, sir.
We're not Snohomish. We don't do stuff like that.
Yeah, Pierce County community does not want you. Goodbye.
We wouldn't want anyone saying bad things about Mariner because it really is a really good school.
Right.
Where taping a beating even for fun is a cheap shot.
Ow! We don't tolerate fighting on school property.
Wow.
As you probably guessed.
On school property. What are they doing on like the little soccer field and that's school property? Come on.
Yeah.
What do you want? You want them off school property during school hours then, huh? Oh, jeez.
We're in the little commons area.
Is a cheap shot.
We don't tolerate fighting on school property.
As you probably guessed by now, the school doesn't want us to see the tape. But they do tell us that of the 6 students that were suspended, all of them could face possible permanent expulsion.
Well, that's too much. That's ridiculous. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that they shouldn't be talked to,
Punished,
that march to the principal's office that I took so many times, Terry, should happen. I got a lot of detentions, an occasional suspension for a fight, Terry. This was an organized group of friends, wanted to kick each other's asses. Doesn't seem like any major harm to the innocent party at the school. What's the big deal?
Why couldn't you have scheduled it for, like, at somebody's house and, on a Friday night or something? And do it then.
And invite me.
Sure.
Yeah, who knows what it could lead to, though?
Right.
Soon they'll be doing drugs and...
Huh?
Well, I mean, it leads to other behavior that's probably not good for the school
How is the
grounds.
next logical step drugs from
Well,
that?
I mean, I just was saying that it leads to other behavior.
In that sense, then any behavior you can pick out at random could lead to drugs.
If they're going to say, hey, we can get away with doing this stuff on campus, what can we do now?
Having a fight leading to drugs seems as arbitrary as anything leading to drugs, in my opinion. Oh, he had a cup of coffee. It's leading to drugs.
Yeah, that's true.
You don't think
she's jumping rope. She's going to be doing drugs by next week.
You don't think that's violent behavior and taping each other, fighting each other is more risky behavior than drinking coffee, though, right?
But I don't see the connection or the correlation to doing drugs and fighting.
Well, I mean, it was just a comment that it leads to other kinds of behavior that may be dangerous or not appropriate for the school.
Whatever. I don't know. I'm too tired to listen to this whole thing. All I can tell you is this. You think that they should be expelled? You don't think that's a bit overboard?
I do not.
Well, you're a weird guy. I've said that from many years back now. That I'm the only sane one around here. And that obviously keeps getting proven time and time again.
Or maybe we're all sane.
And one day I'm going to look in the mirror and realize that I'm the whack job. I see. What else? What else is going on, Terry, besides the hoopla at Mariner High School in Everett, Washington? It's in Everett, Stephen?
Yes, I double-checked. It is in Everett.
You double-checked.
Way to go, Stephen.
I wanted to make sure I was right.
Okay.
Double check with the double chin.
What else is going on? What else?
Found an interesting stat for you.
Steven's laughing on the outside right now.
It's so true, that's why.
Ready to fight me on the inside.
I think he was just happy you stopped at a double chin.
Okay.
Yes, go ahead.
A recent survey of teenage boys finds that only 13% of them are happy with their bodies.
Of how old year olds?
The average age of 15. So teenage boys.
Teenage boys
13, 14,
are not
15.
happy with their bodies.
No.
They care that much? I thought it was girls that worried about their bodies.
Yeah, I know. That's why it's so interesting. Now,
I don't think I even knew I had a body till I was 21.
Well, now the tables have turned. It looks like body image is very important for both genders. Especially in the middle school and high school age.
Right, body image.
Yeah.
I'm getting love handles.
Seriously.
I don't know if I've ever heard a 14-year-old boy say that, Terry.
They say that actually 76% feel depressed about their looks.
70%?
76%.
Of boys
feel
in middle school and high school are depressed about their looks. Well, I was definitely depressed about my looks, Terry. But I don't think it really honed in on my body and what I needed to do.
Well,
I just knew it was a hopeless cause, and I moved on with my life.
Times are changing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They stress. They worry.
Of course.
They sit and stew over the notion that their body is no good.
Right.
And that something has to be done.
They would love to change it. In fact, they say that they're most insecure about like their chest definition, their teeth, their legs,
and
arms.
what if their remedy to all this is to start a fight club?
Then they should be expelled.
Ah, of course. Expel those low. Yes. I think it's a bit much, but again, you know how I feel by now.
I know.
I don't see what's wrong with the typical detention area. That doesn't send any messages anymore. Well, it never did it anyway.
Right.
So, I don't know. I think you should leave expelling kids to the big stuff. All right, maybe that's just me. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't put this in the category of the big stuff that teenagers can do in high school that should get them expelled. Okay. This is by no means the big stuff, Terry. A little fight club, come on.
Fist fights happen all the time in high school.
All the time. There was a fight in my school at least once a day.
Kid's gone for a couple days, then he's back.
And it usually involved one bigger kid picking on someone that they knew they could beat up.
That's how.
So why is that better than kids deciding they wanted to fight in a fight club, knowing what they were getting into? Usually in my school, someone getting dragged into a fight and having no choice but to try to fight for his life.
Out of nowhere, all of a sudden you're fighting. You're like, what did I do?
Yeah, and maybe I know so much about this because I was that kid.
It's not my fault I wore the Argyle sweater. My mom made me.
Okay.
Sorry.
Jeez, I gave you my lunch money earlier.
Are those sweaters wrong?
Yeah, so... yeah, you should stop wearing them to work, Stephen.
Yeah, okay.
You're on let's start opening the phone lines. What's that now, Stephen?
Well, the fight club is premeditated, and, you go into it knowing that it's wrong. So that's why they should be expelled.
So it's better to, in a non-premeditated fashion, just pick out someone that you know you can beat up and pretty much embarrass them into fighting you in front of the whole school there.
It's not better, but you can see how emotions can sometimes rage and a fight would start.
1-866-663-T-Man. Yes, Stephen knows all about fighting because he's the fight guy authority. He's been in so many fights in his life that he certainly knows all the emotions that are involved. And remind us, Stephen, how many fights have you been in?
I can still have an opinion, though.
How many physical altercations have you been involved with in your entire existence that now that you just had a birthday equals 35 years?
Whoa. Man, you're the second oldest guy I know.
Come on.
How many fights have you been involved in?
I'm not lying anymore. I'm not 35.
Are you 35 or not?
Well, I mean, according to my birth certificate. But
yes. According to his body, he's 73. Right. Go ahead, Stephen. Tell us. Remind us.
My body says yes.
Oh, boy.
How many fights have you been in?
Like physical altercations?
Yes.
Where fists were thrown or anything like that?
What?
Let's see. None.
Mm-hmm.
You never even shoved somebody?
Well, I'm sure I've shoved somebody.
But he's not sure. No, you're
but
not
I don't remember.
Sure.
Well, if you haven't been in a fight and you shoved somebody, you would remember when and who you shoved.
Some guy chased me one time, but I ran right into the principal's office.
Mm-hmm.
He was a dumbass. He followed me right in there.
He's about to beat me up.
Oh, jeez.
He's trying to play square ball.
Okay. Well, he picked the right guy. Anyhow. You're on the air. Hi.
Oh, goodness.
Square.
Those don't bounce very well, do they?
Very, very weird.
Hello?
Yes, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Hello?
Yes.
Hey, T-Man, what's up, man?
What's up, dude?
Not much, man. Just on my way to work. Gosh dang, man. I've known you guys for damn 2 years now.
Oh, that's exciting. Oh,
anyways, hey, man, I was just calling to say, some kids want to go have a little fun after school. Videotaping each other, beating the crap out of each other, much better than, kind of, like you were saying, picking a fight with some little kid they know they can beat up, man.
And even the picking the fight with the kid that really doesn't want to be involved in that fight, even though I think that's worse, I don't think that's grounds for expelling one of the kids or the kid who started the fight.
You got it, man. That's my point.
We're so quick to expel, and then what do we expect when we get held up by this kid 10 years later because he didn't get the proper education? We have only ourselves to blame. What happened to that guy? Got cut off?
Yeah.
Oh, I expelled him.
You did. Permanent expulsion.
Well, I don't know, man. I think we're so quick to pull the trigger on the expelling these days because of this no-tolerance bullcrap that has gotten out of control.
Well, you understand, of course, because of Columbine and things like that, when people are super sensitive with that.
Maybe if people got their aggressions out more in a fight club, Terry, there wouldn't be a Columbine situation happening every other year.
I mean, have a fight club, and have it actually.
Now, this guy said the fight club happened after school. Is that right? I assumed that it was happening during school on school ground. That even makes it less of a situation if it happened after school. Did they say somewhere in the story it was after school?
I thought it was after school.
After school?
But I think the thing is that it was on school grounds. Fine, have your little fight club, but why does it have to be on school grounds? Do it at your buddy's house.
And now the principal's going to find out, you know what? I just realized this was called the wrestling team. I made a huge mistake. All you guys, you can go back to school now. You're on the air.
I wondered why they were wearing the tights.
Hello?
Hey, T-Man, what's up?
What's going on, dude?
I've been to those fights before.
You've been to what fights?
The fights up at Mariner High School in Everett.
Oh, they've been happening for some time?
Yeah, for, I don't know, a couple of years now.
Because the news story makes it seem like this was something new that the principal found out about and immediately got himself in the situation and took care of it.
Oh, no, they probably just recently discovered it.
Uh-huh.
I originally found out of them. I usually go up there for the street races and stuff, and they went up there.
So when they're not fight clubbing it, they're straight racing.
Right. Two illegal activities there.
Well, that gets tiresome. They walk on a trapeze in between two buildings.
Yes.
Well, all of a sudden, one time, the cars went down to the Mariner High School, and it was about, I don't know, midnight or sometime around there. And I think it was like Saturday, Friday night, and that's the time these guys do this. And yeah, there was like a big group of guys just all beefy and stuff.
Is there a possibility that you were hit in the head during one of these fights, dude?
What's that?
Never mind.
Yes.
Well, all right. Thanks for the report, man.
Yeah.
All right.
Times.
Yeah, bye. You're on the air.
T-Man.
Yes.
I went to Mariner. I graduated from there. And let me just say there was...
Well, now there's a black eye on your school, literally.
I know, and I should even say I went there. I'm embarrassed now.
Oh, well, I don't think there's anything to be embarrassed about. So they had, like, what, 6, 10 kids in a fight club?
Guess
Big whoop.
Yeah, but it's not even that big of a deal, and those kids shouldn't even have been suspended, and I know the principal, and he was a good guy when I went there, but now they just cracked down, and it's just ridiculous.
And if it wasn't even for that movie with Brad Pitt and Ed Norton, they wouldn't have this label of Fight Club to call it. It would just be some kids making some trouble, and they wouldn't have been expelled. Honestly, I believe if it wasn't for that 1998 movie or whatever it was, they wouldn't have expelled these kids. So blame Brad Pitt.
I agree. And
they started a fight club. We got to nip that in the bud.
And we've had so many fights at that school. I don't know why they're blowing it up out of proportion now.
Yeah, it is gone. It is overboard. It is out of control. This is a situation that these students should be back in class by next week.
Huh?
And then ready for the summer.
Okay.
Got my new pair of brass knuckles all ready for school. Got the new school shoes and the brass knuckles.
You're on the air.
It's on every kid's list.
Yes,
Grocery store knuckles.
Yeah, what's up?
I can't hear you. Sorry.
You're
I
on.
don't think it's a matter of the schools being too strict. I think they just don't have the money or the time to deal with these kids. They send them home to their parents. I mean, the school levies they don't pass as much as they should, so they don't have the means to discipline these kids. They just have to send them home.
So you're going to find a way to spin this into a campaign for cheaper school lunches or what?
Yeah, vote schools, please.
Okay,
my mom was a teacher, and she had discipline problems all the time, and she couldn't do anything about it. The principal wouldn't help. They had too many kids in the classrooms. It was out of control, and they don't have the time or the money.
All right.
So,
well, then there it is. Huh? Sure. What else is going on, Terry? It's a good way to wrap it up. Okay, so there it is. Let's move on.
Pay teachers more. I agree.
Okay.
What else is happening? You have 14-year-old boys now bent over the toilet throwing up because they're too fat. Is that what you're saying?
Well,
Terry?
not just too fat, but just very concerned about their body image and how they're looking for themselves and
how they're looking at
like
themselves these days.
Yeah.
Yes, okay.
Yeah. Concerned about their looks.
Much more superficial world than ever before.
Yeah.
I blame Paris Hilton for that one, Terry.
Yeah.
What else is going on?
Does body include like face and hair and everything too? I mean, I hated all that when I was 15.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Well, self-image would include all that, but I don't think it would include face, part of the body. Well,
Well, facial appearance, they claim hair.
15, I was at my best.
Oh, geez.
Oh, boy.
That's a picture on the website. Kind of sucks when you peak at 15. What else? What else? Real quick.
How about this? I got a story about a 407-pound woman who needed an MRI because she was having back and leg pains.
Yeah.
Well, she went to the doctor.
Was she having a difficult self-image situation, Terry?
I would say so, probably.
How much did she weigh?
407.
470. Oh,
407.
407. So
yes.
Just about the precise weight of a gay phone operator, Terry.
Just about.
Who's so gay.
Mm-hmm.
And so a phone operator. And not calling the show.
Right.
When asked if he had digglered his trainer earlier this morning. Terry, go ahead.
Anyway, she goes to her doctor, and the doctor told her to go to the Bronx Zoo and get scanned there because the MRI machine couldn't fit her leg in there.
And she took that as a major knock and as an insult, Terry. But the guy was probably being very much upfront with her and honest and saying, you're not going to fit in my MRI machine. Go where the hippos go to get scoped.
Yeah, she was pretty ticked off about it.
Now we may know where gay phone operator is this morning, Terry.
Yeah?
He's getting his discs all scanned at the Bronx Zoo.
And in fact, the Bronx Zoo says they get about a dozen calls a year asking if they can handle an MRI.
Oh, so even though this woman took this as an insult.
Right, they do get calls.
There is precedent for human beings going to the Bronx Zoo to get themselves in a MRI machine.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I know I get my penis exams at the Bronx Zoo, Terry, but aside from that, I can fit into an MRI machine just fine.
That's the only machine that'll hold it, right?
But my doctor can't handle my situation in his office, Terry, so he has to send me to the zoo.
Oh, there you go.
That's right.
Hey, Bobo the giraffe is first in your next.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'll show him up. I'll have it out with Bobo the giraffe. Is that his name?
It sounds like it.
Yes. Got to appreciate a giraffe named Bobo.
Right.
Terry.
They're all named.
Oh, man, is that the family attraction? Don't you know?
The T-Man.
From host to guest star, Jay Leno made a special appearance at the Michael Jackson trial.
I'm a defense witness, so apparently they've never seen this program.
Leno got to know Jackson's young accuser when the boy was gravely sick with cancer.
Was that in his monologue? Was that funny?
I'm also someone who's never seen that program.
Oh, dear.
Don't feel bad about it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Good decision, I think.
Michael Jackson trials.
I'm a defense witness, so apparently they've never seen this program.
Leno got to know Jackson's young accuser when the boy was gravely sick with cancer. But their time together left the late-night host with doubts about the boy's credibility.
Oh, gee.
Jay Leno's time on the witness stand was very short, just about 25 minutes. But in that time, he may have helped Michael Jackson's case.
Leno testified he had phone conversations with the accuser. He said the boy was overly effusive and somewhat suspicious. But Leno disappointed Jackson's team, saying he did not ask for money.
Sure.
Leno also insisted he never called the police about the boy.
Yeah.
Jay was funny.
New York Daily News reporter Michelle Caruso was in the courtroom and said Leno was helpful.
If only he'd be that way on the show, Terry, things would be a lot better for NBC.
And said Leno was helpful, but not the witness Jackson's camp hoped he'd be.
His testimony, it helped the defense in one way, but it certainly didn't deliver a smoking gun.
Wow, they were counting on Jay Leno to deliver the smoking gun to free Michael Jackson. Well, then they're in a lot of trouble on the defense. When is this trial just going to end already, Terry? If they're not going to put it on TV already, would they just please get to the verdict? I mean, Michael Jackson's attorney, Tom Mesereau, he had dark hair when the trial began, Terry. Now it's all white.
Yep.
That's how long this damn thing has been going on. They predicted it would go well into the summer, and now I am hearing now that it's pretty much chugging into the station, that the jury could get the trial as far as coming up with a verdict within the next few weeks.
Closing arguments are next week.
Closing arguments next week. Will Michael walk? I don't know.
Moonwalk right out of the courtroom.
Oh, jeez. I was going to say that, but I decided that, you know what, that's just too lame.
Save it for me.
I left it wide open for you there, Stephen.
Lame ones go to me.
Okay.
They can't all be winners.
I actually think that was pretty good.
Really?
Okay.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, maybe Jay Leno could use you on his writing staff.
I still won't watch.
People seem to like it, though.
What's that now?
People seem to like him, though.
They like Jay Leno? Well, they like the guests that he's able to get because he's in L.A. and David Letterman's in New York. If David Letterman was able to get the roster of guests that Jay Leno was getting, it wouldn't even be close as far as the ratings are concerned. End of story. Okay. He's got no little one-liner for that one.
Right.
What?
Then I'll just moonwalk right out of there.
What else is happening real quick, Terry? Then I'll go back to the phones. What do you have?
Since we were talking about students earlier, just an hour east of us at Cleellum, Roslyn students are facing random drug testing for extracurricular activities.
It's happening.
Yeah, looks that way.
If you want to play soccer, you must pee in a cup.
Yep. That's what they're proposing, so I don't know. Of course, the ACLU is going to step in and say, that's...
So Washington State and high schoolers are just continuing to make news everywhere you turn.
Oh, yeah. East, west, all over.
Got it.
I think if you're forced to live in Cleellum, you should be able to do drugs as much as you want.
And play sports, right?
You want to talk to the guy who claims he started the entire Fight Club in Everett?
Oh, man.
Really?
Yeah, everyone wants to
kick his ass. Get him down here.
Everyone wants to take ownership. 1-866-663-TMAN is the number to call. Yeah, something like that. And the text messaging number, as you know, and we look at the text messages all throughout the morning. Stephen does at least. 97373. That's 97373. You're on the air. Is this you?
This is me.
Yes, and you started the Fight Club that has the students in trouble at Mariner High School. Is that what you're saying, sir?
Yeah, well, as far as I know, I don't think anybody did it before us.
Mm-hmm.
But we weren't as foolish to do it on school property.
Oh.
When we did it, it was the only people that were involved were people that actually went to the school.
Yes.
So we would go to a friend's house and we used box.
Yes, and now you're swearing up a storm.
I'm
sorry. See what happens when you leave Fight Club, Terry?
Oh,
all this aggression has to find its way out somehow. The man just said a word we couldn't hear, and I had to dump that.
If he was expelled, he would have learned his lesson.
Whoa.
I don't know what all this mess is about. Everything leads to other things. It only happens if you want it to, if you want it to lead to other things. It's not... They have to just use that excuse to stop anything.
So you should use Fight Club as a springboard to greatness, is what you're saying.
Yeah, it's nothing like that.
And tell us about the greatness that has now ensued in your life. What are you doing now? I'm an out-of-work garbage man. What are you now, sir?
I do maintenance in an apartment complex.
You do maintenance in an apartment complex?
Yeah.
All right.
Very good company.
There you go. Well done. Thanks for the call.
Yeah.
Take care. You're on the air.
Yeah, I just found out that my girlfriend of 5 years has been sneaking around with another woman.
Oh.
And I don't know really what to do about it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering if I should try to bring the other woman in and just invite her into the relationship.
Right.
She is very hot.
Mm-hmm. So you want to start your own dyke club? Is that what you're calling?
Well, it'd be better than a fight club.
Right.
Less bruises.
I tell you, I don't know if you get expelled for that one.
Yeah.
You want to start dyke club? There's one rule that you have to follow. You don't talk about dyke club.
Oh.
All right.
Gotta keep it secret.
Sir, you want us to believe. Come on, I can smell a falsified call from miles away, as Stephen Kilbreth likes to call it. Go
ahead. Bullcrap caller of the day.
He's been going out with her for 5 years, and all of a sudden, lo and behold,
I suspected a few years ago.
Just this week, he discovers that his girlfriend's been involved in one of them munchuation situations, and he wants to pretend like he's been blown away by the shocking news that has hit him out of the blue.
Well, I'm kind of excited about it, actually.
Right, of course you are.
Because he wants to bring her into the relationship.
All right, tell us how... now all of a sudden he found out 2 years ago. How did you discover that this was happening, sir?
I came home early from work one day.
2 years ago?
I found them together.
Yes.
I saw some paraphernalia that, I was starting to suspect. But I just thought...
You found an application for Dyke Club lying around and you got suspicious?
Seattle Storm hat.
Right.
Oh, my God.
What kind of paraphernalia did you find?
Seattle Storm pennant.
A ticket stub to the storm?
Right.
What did you find?
I found a fake penis strap-on deal.
Mm-hmm. And then you realized, okay, wait, that's mine. Oh.
Yeah, that's my boyfriend's.
Yes. And you've been suppressing that information for the past 5 years.
So I'm a man's man.
All right, so wait a minute. So 2 years ago, you found a strap-on dildo.
Not 2 years ago, no. It was probably about 3 months
ago. Well, what
did
you said you picked up on something 2 years ago. Let's start from the beginning. What did you pick up on 2 years ago?
She just, all of her friends seemed just a little bit too manly. And even though, she used to be a basketball player, and so I just figured, they're just going to do athletics, sports, or whatever.
Dude, if you want to come on the air with us, if you want to participate in the show, just say, T-Man, I'm here, I'm calling in, but I really don't know what I want to talk about.
Right. So
but I really want to be a part of the show.
And I really don't know what I want to talk about.
Good. That's better than making up a stupid story.
She used to be a basketball player.
I was going to come in as like a stuttering, retarded guy, but I didn't think I'd make it through.
You see that? Am I beautiful, Terry?
You're beautiful.
And not that a situation like that hasn't happened. As a matter of fact, I used to work with a guy when I first graduated college. I worked at a radio station behind the scenes for a year in New York City, and one of the guys who was on the air, his wife actually did. He walked in on her having sex with another woman. Whoa. It was a true story. It happens.
But to that guy,
he was a former athlete. He played professional football.
Wow, that would be something, huh?
And his wife was having sex with another woman, and he left her.
Wow.
Couldn't handle it. Men will react differently to that situation, but my point is that is not a situation that is by any means out of the realm of possibility. It happens.
Sure.
And yet this guy was just reeking of making up a story to try to get a little airtime.
Yeah, you think? She used to play basketball and stuff. And, yeah, right, dude.
Dude, come on. You can't want to be a part of this show that bad.
Write down some bullet points so when there's questions asked, you know what to answer.
Right, get your story straight, man.
How long did it take me to figure out that?
Not long.
Okay.
You had him pegged.
You had him at hello.
Yeah, right.
Jesus. You're on the air. Hello. So don't even bother, ladies and gentlemen, is the point as far as calling up the show and making up a story. I certainly like calls of all types, Terry.
Yes,
I like the wild stories. I like the outlandish situations. But you know what? If they're not real, don't make them up.
Oh, man.
Don't hesitate to call with any real stories. I love them. But don't waste my time with bogus stories. You don't think I'll be able to figure it out? I'm a radio veteran! Huh? Yeah, right. You're on the air. Hello? Okay, well, that call didn't answer my calling of him, so I have to go to the next call waiting in line here, Terry.
Okay.
He's a gay phone operator. He's so gay. He's so phone operator. And now, here's Gay. A good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, Gay.
How are you?
Uh-oh.
Yes, Gay. Isn't it ironic, Terry, that there seems to be a pattern now of these very somber and depressed-sounding calls from Gay since he announced that he is no longer under the tutelage of his trainer that was having him lose pound after pound, day after day, Terry? He'd be much better off away from that guy who was just too hard on him. Now listen to this. Now listen to the sound of the man within the man within the man.
Yeah.
That's deep within the man.
Oh, as far as Gay's concerned, that's not very deep.
Got a few more details.
You don't sound very happy this morning, Gay.
I'm just, it's another day.
Just another day.
Geez,
you say?
Yes. Another day and...
Not another day in paradise, I guess?
Nope.
I guess
day.
The progress to becoming hot, buff, and gay, it's setting in, is not happening, and you're starting to get back into that funk that we were looking forward to.
Yeah, you always look forward to me being in a funk.
Well, that's actually not true. I was rooting for you, whether you want to believe it or not, to be with that. Well, I'm sure you don't believe it, but when you were telling us and coming on the air, explaining how much weight you lost, I was very happy about it. Whether he wants to acknowledge that as the truth or not, I'm not lying about it. Now that it's over, I found it to be more frustrating than I would have assumed it would have been. Why should I care, Terry? It's his life.
Yeah, try being me.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, you'll know what frustration is.
Well, you create your own frustration. You must like frustration. You must welcome it. You must want it. You must need it. Because you've created this situation all on your own.
Yeah,
you called the shot.
All me.
Did you?
Same gay channel, same gay time, same gay day.
Well, pretty much.
Same gay.
And this is the way you want it, obviously. You can't even think about what it would be like to be happy. You're much more comfortable being a miserable guy.
Okay.
True or not true? If it wasn't true, then why would you find yourself back in this situation all on your own doing? Why? Why, Gay?
I don't know.
Answer me! I have the answer.
Yeah, you
I've
do.
already told you the answer, because this is what you want. You want to be able to use, perhaps, his overwhelming obesity as every excuse he ever needs in his book of life, Terry. If he ever got hot, buff, and gay, he'd actually have to, perhaps, do stuff to maintain that, and then it'd be a lifelong existence of exertion. He doesn't want that. A lot easier to be lazy.
Right. Because there's more to complain about, like you said.
Yeah, I just
Hot,
hate
buff, and
exerting
gay.
myself.
And now listen to yourself. Now listen to how you sound. You don't sound as chipper as you did when you were calling losing the weight. What a shame.
Yeah, I know. Isn't that terrible? What the hell do you want me to do?
I told you that you should call the trainer, get on your knees, so to speak, and do whatever it took to get back in his good graces.
I called the other day. He was in the hospital having surgery, so he wasn't able to.
Lucky for you.
Yeah.
You called on what day, by the way?
On Monday.
On Monday?
Yeah.
And he wasn't around to answer your call because he was getting surgery?
Yeah, he ripped his bicep or something.
Did you ask when he would be back?
No, because he wasn't there to answer the phone.
Mm-hmm.
Did you leave a message?
No, I didn't.
So he doesn't even know you called.
So did you even talk to the girlfriend that you were friends with, too?
No.
To think, Terry, that Gay was on a path to one day ripping his bicep.
Yeah.
But that's all now.
Back to ripping the jeans.
Ripping the Cheetos bag open.
So, but in your mind, you've digglered him because you called him, even though you didn't leave a message or didn't talk to anybody. So your part is done.
No, not necessarily.
Well, do you plan to call him back or no? Or
Yeah, after he's recovered, I'm not going to bother him while he's recovering from surgery.
And his recovery will take, what,
I bug him
6, 7
as
years?
it is. I'm not going to bug him while he's doing that.
It's a terminal illness.
Yes. And
Bad one.
in the meantime...
That's nice.
What did he say?
Careful what you wish for. He said he wish he had a terminal
he had a
illness.
terminal illness.
That's
now.
nice.
Is that what it's come down to, Gay? Sitting around rooting for terminal illnesses to come your way?
I'm not.
Have you done anything to try to maintain the momentum you had towards getting to a lower weight, or no?
No.
Have you done anything to get to a higher weight?
Oh, jeez.
Plenty.
It's a lot easier this way, isn't it, Gay?
Sometimes.
I hate when he agrees, Terry.
I know.
There's no fight left in the gay chubby man.
Well.
Oh, I'm not chubby. I'm fat.
Oh, jeez. Trying to be nice for a second there.
So why do you call me a gay chubby man?
Oh,
To be
jeez.
nice.
What are you going to do now, Gay?
Go to work.
Oh.
The one thing you haven't screwed up lately. That's good.
Oh, easy.
That's pretty amazing, actually, when you think about it, that he hasn't somehow found a way to screw up work yet.
Especially when he's in customer service.
Okay.
I'm a people person, damn you!
But how
that's
about
great.
how about a
Congratulations
new
on that.
prediction?
Oh, come on.
Gay, will you be an employee in good standing by this time next year?
At whatever job I'm at, I will be.
Mm-hmm. So you're floating out that resume, are you?
No.
Okay. Well, thanks for checking in.
Oh, thank you.
Is there anything else you want to report about yourself?
There is nothing else to report about myself.
How's your love life? Oh, jeez.
The same as usual, non-existent.
Are there any new sites that we could be fortunate to stumble on? I'm sure as we all peruse the gay world
My ass
websites.
is on every site, and I don't get any responses.
Well,
Are you going out this weekend at all to maybe find something?
I'm supposed to go out on Saturday. I don't know if I am or not.
Ah, big date.
you're supposed to go out on Saturday with who?
A friend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do have some.
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
So you had a good weekend last week, and you were in a hot tub, but they were all straight guys. So that's the problem. That's kind of
Yeah, so I still got to look at them. It was a great weekend last weekend.
Of course, the obligatory calls are now finding their way to the phone lines of how this show would be so much better if you weren't a part of it and stuff like that.
Fine, they don't have to listen.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Well, I kind of like them listening, Gay, and I'm sure others do. You ruin everything you do, now do you have to ruin everything we do?
He tries.
Oh, yeah, I ruin everything you do.
Oh, jeez. Well, maybe you can take some of those calls.
Sure, why not?
Yeah, right. You're on the air. Hello.
So good to know.
Good morning.
Yes.
I had tried to call earlier when I was listening to the show and hearing how Gay was sounding so positive, and he was just sounded like he was really about to do it, you know. And I tried to call in to say that I thought his best bet would have been to just kind of focus himself on whatever it was he was doing.
Yeah, the funny thing is he had you all convinced there for a minute, didn't he?
He did.
He had everyone but me.
I couldn't believe it.
He had the entire audience convinced when he was talking about being hot, buff, and gay that this was the time, that things had changed, that he had found the magic, he had found the formula.
Hook, line, and
I thought he turned the
But T, I wanted
corner.
I wanted to say something to you, T, real quick.
And I told you at that time, I said, you know what? You did. Hold out before you make any determinations that this is the new gay phone operator. Before you know it, this could come crashing in. That wall could be right around the corner.
But we all said no.
And you all said that I was being inaccurate.
But you were, T, and Gay, you shouldn't have been even calling in trying to hear how he was letting everyone know, oh, this is all a facade. He's gonna bail out. He's not gonna make it. Gay, you shouldn't have allowed yourself to even hear that. You should have.
That's not what did it.
Well, I'm not saying that it was, but
that's not at all.
Oh my God.
I'm not saying that's what it was, T, but you say all the time how, you know, Gay, I was rooting for you, believe it or not.
I was.
And I'm sure you were deep down, but I never heard it from you in the beginning when he was calling. I never heard it.
That's because I didn't want to get too excited. I didn't want to get everyone on one side. I wanted to play a little devil's advocate, reminding him that there's a lot of work to be done.
Sure.
And maybe my strategy backfired. Maybe I wasn't a help in it all, Terry.
You, the devil's advocate? No.
But
It's all an individual thing, though.
I
really,
love
that's what
the
it
show,
is.
Gay. I'll keep you in my prayers, but I got to get to work, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, gee, sorry to bug you.
Yeah, have a great day.
Mm-hmm. You're on the air with the consistently defeated, a gay foam operator.
He threw in the chiffon towel.
Mm-hmm. Hello.
Good morning, T-Man.
Yes.
Hey, Terry. T, this is directed to the man that's the individual looking for a pity party.
Okay, I've never asked for a pity party.
Why aren't you asking for a pity party? Every time you call in, 1 minute it's all about, well, I didn't do this, I can't do that. Chris, excuse me, Mr. Gay Operator.
Yeah, thank you. Who the hell are you to use my first name?
Oh, shut up.
Whoa!
Next caller.
Next call. I got your next caller.
Yeah, you want my next caller. You want my ass probably, too.
No, there's no forklift big enough for it.
Really? Well, come on. I'll sit right down on it. How's that?
I don't think so. Look, just get up off you. Stop looking for pity from somebody else.
I'm not looking for pity from anybody. I didn't ask for your comments. Okay. I didn't ask for your opinion. I don't give a crap what you think about me.
That's
you
the
don't
problem.
know me.
You don't give a crap. You don't give a crap.
Got out your opinion every time you call in.
Yes, we do.
You use everybody's first names like you know everybody, and you don't.
Yes, you do. You put your why don't we know you? We listen to you every day. Every time the T-Man puts you up there, you're sitting up there every day. So don't even tell somebody don't nobody know you. People in Poughkeepsie know you and want to pop you upside your head.
Oh, jeez.
Wow. You want to name every other affiliate? You sound like you think you know everything.
Well, why don't you go ahead and stop going to getting a Happy Meal?
Oh, jeez.
Okay, stay away from the Burger King. Okay. Get into the
You know my life, you know exactly what I do.
Well, you know, that kind of advice is not necessarily going to be effective. But the point is, he had it, Terry.
He did.
He had the effective strategy.
Yes.
He had the proper means. All of a sudden, it fell into his lap. He had all the ingredients to get himself where he needed to go, but couldn't figure out on his own. It fell right on his frickin' head, and predictably, he shot it away.
Yeah.
He realized that
He did.
if he lost weight, he'd have to be accountable for all of his misery.
And even at the end of the rainbow that was developing in the sky of the gay phone operator life was Tony Mangabat, the good old doctor, waiting to take that loose skin that would have been there and tighten it all up so he would have been hot, buff, and gay.
Right.
But he couldn't stand the prosperity. He had to find a way out. And as soon as there was a little sliver of escape hatch to get himself back to the miserable state that he's more comfortable in, he dove right for it.
So if you did it fail, I didn't disappoint you. How's that?
Hey, it's not about me, dude. This
Yeah,
was
it
all
never is.
about you.
Yeah, that's what everybody says.
This was all about you. Don't deflect.
Ultimately, you're disappointing yourself.
You had it. You still can have it. You just got to swallow the gay pride parade. And call this man in his hospital room if you have to. Tell him that he was the greatest thing that had come your way in a long time. Again, I don't know who this man is, Terry. To me, he sounds like some kind of guardian angel or something that came into Gay's life.
Yep.
And Gay pissed all over his guardian angel. He took out his big gay schlong and he pissed right in the face of his guardian angel.
Yeah, that really helps you saying that.
That's the truth.
Not the truth.
Maybe you don't like to hear the truth, but that's the way it is. There's
Yeah, I
no
can
two ways
handle the
about
truth.
it. There's no two ways about it, Gay. You had it. It was in your hands. And with the big chubby fingers, Terry, you couldn't hang on to it when it was so easy to just make it happen. It was there. It was happening for him. They were almost doing the work for him, Terry.
You have to get a dig in every time, don't you?
What kind of dig?
Oh, my big chubby fingers, let it slip away.
Well, what kind of fingers do you have? Oh, I'm sorry. A slim, very ladylike lady fingers, Terry.
No, it doesn't matter. You don't have to say it.
Well, you wouldn't have had those chubby fingers if you would have stuck with the plan that was put in place for you.
Hey, yeah.
You it's not too late, Gay.
Yeah, never been toast stick fingers. I'm going to eat them.
I believe that if you throw yourself on the mercy of this guy who's been insulted by you, that he may be willing to take you back.
How long is this gentleman in recovery?
I don't know.
How did you know that he even had surgery?
Because I was told by someone that I talked to.
But you said you called him and...
I did call him. He wasn't available, so I talked to somebody from the gym.
I'm not a gym guy, but is this the only gym in the whole state?
Yes.
No, it's not. And
As far as he's concerned, no, don't even give him that.
Gym.
As far as he's concerned, it is the only state, the only gym in the entire world, because they were the only gym willing to work with him in such a fashion that it was a means that was actually getting him to lose weight in an unbelievable fashion. So forget about other gyms. He's not going to other gyms. He needs the discipline that these people were providing for him.
Right.
They were cooking his meals. They were standing by him at the treadmill.
Right.
To try to get his mind off the fact that he was walking on it, Terry.
Right,
They were bringing over jugglers for all I know, and all these. They gave him massages. They were giving him free massages. I couldn't believe that when I read it.
Right.
This trainer dude, whoever he is, emailed me. Talking about how disappointed and frustrated he was with Gay Phone Operator, that this is the way it ends. With Gay turning on him the way he did. He was providing massages for Gay to rub out that whatever nerve he's got going down his leg there. What do you call that nerve?
Sciatic.
That's sciatic. That's psycho nerve or whatever he's got there. It was all there for you, laid out on a platter. And you took out your big gay schlong and you pissed all over the platter. Hope it felt good.
He's just excited you think he has a big one.
And a platter. Party platter, preferably.
You could still make it happen.
I doubt it.
You wanted that? Well, it's a lot easier to go with that stance.
You gotta try.
I think you should call the guy in his hospital room, bring flowers. Maybe a dancing bear.
Wow.
Nothing heals
whatever it
people
takes
like
to get back in what looked to me, Terry, to be like his guardian angel's good graces, Terry.
I know.
Whatever it takes, dude.
Bend over backwards.
Oh,
man.
Lord.
Whoa.
You certainly have that kind of practice in the bank for you there, don't you?
That's not happening.
Mm-hmm.
How long could he be in the hospital for a bicep injury? It's not like a long thing, I don't think.
He's probably out. He's probably back
out,
at work.
yeah.
Probably there today.
Yep.
Bicep injury hurts, but not life-threatening.
Mm-hmm. You may want to call the guy today.
In the meantime, you know how to cook the food now. You can still eat right, and you can still exercise on your own until he gets out.
No, he's on his way right now to get 6 sausage and egg McMuffins.
Wow.
I don't have time to stop this morning.
Just an
Otherwise he would.
Do you have time to call this guy today and tell him that you made a mistake?
I don't know.
No.
Are you gonna call the guy today and tell him you made a mistake?
I don't know.
No.
Terry predicts no. I think Terry's right. I love talking in this voice. Hi, thank you, gay phone operator. Thank you for calling in.
Yeah, have a good day.
Yes, sir.
Those of you that don't talk to your pappy, you may
This
want to
is
think
what
twice.
happens, right? Mend the bridges with Pappy.
If you had the bridges mended with Pappy, Terry, everything would be more in gear than it is right now.
Probably. I think that...
Terry, all it takes is a phone call.
Oh, I know that.
Well, not to Pappy.
Not
Forget
Pappy? Oh, we're done with Pappy?
You know what? Pappy's too big a step right now. This was working. This was logical. This was constructive.
All right.
You pushed me too hard.
If you talk to Pappy...
It was too hard on me. I did 200 squats.
Yeah, okay, you know what a squat's
I
for?
know.
Bouncing up and down on the
the
medicine
ball.
ball.
Right, which he does on the weekends anyway.
Whoa.
Big deal.
The T-Man.
Brooke Valentine, Terry, and I don't know if this has been announced yet. This just in. Probably hasn't been announced yet, but I'll announce it. She's been added to the Summer Jam lineup.
All right. It's going to be a girl fight.
And
Hey,
also,
I was going to announce that later on today.
Oh, jeez. Well, better now than ever. Yes, let's see. This also just in. Since we're into the just in kind of mode right now.
Sure.
The runaway bride, Terry.
Yes, I
has
recall.
just been charged with a felony and a misdemeanor charge.
Good job.
I told you, yes. Absolutely what needed to happen. Stupid runaway bride.
Yep.
Blaming a Mexican and a white person for abducting her.
I know.
When she got cold feet for her wedding, getting the whole town and city looking for her like that.
Mm-hmm.
Now she can go to frickin' jail.
Pay some big fines.
And hopefully be a big woman. Well, yes. I'm hoping that she gets at least a year or so. She probably won't. Probably get about 6 months or something.
Right,
but,
and then the rest
hey,
probation.
Anything is gravy as far as I'm concerned. Throw her ass in jail,
Sure.
big bug-eyed bitch.
Wow!
Big bug-eyed bitch.
I like gravy, too.
So that just off the Associated Press wires. It hit at 8:33. And what is it now? About 8:40. So this is a 7-minute-old story.
We're dialed in.
Mm-hmm. And it being a Waxus Wednesday here on the big program, ladies and gentlemen.
Waxus.
Why don't we open the phone lines for relationship issues? It is a Relationship Wednesday here at the T-Man in the Morning Show, don't you know? And over the years, at an unbelievable rate, the T-Man has been solving relationship problems free of charge.
Whoa!
For all those in the community of T-Man in the Morning Show listeners.
How does he do it?
I have not a clue. And yet, it's been happening time after time. Thank you, Mr. Lauper. 1-866-663-T-Man is the number for your relationship issues. But before I dive into those phone lines, Terry,
Yes.
what do you have real quick?
A man has pled guilty to breaking into University of New Hampshire off-campus apartments and cutting off students' clothes while they were sleeping.
Cuts off their clothes.
Yeah, they called him Jack the Snipper.
Jack the Snipper.
Yeah, kind of scary.
That's his claim to fame. Is he slices off your clothes. That's kind of scary.
Well, he
yes.
cuts it off. Yeah, while you're sleeping, sneaks in.
All
And,
I wear to bed is boxers, Terry.
wow.
And, hey, better clothes than skin, but if he's snipping away at my boxers,
Yeah,
that's
scary.
a little too close for comfort, don't you know?
I would say so.
All right, I'm glad they have found Jack the Snipper.
Yes, he's facing 8 years.
8 years for snipping.
Yep.
That's the rate you get as far as being the snipper.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You can never get the scissors inside the tighty whities on Steven.
A little too tight.
Believe me. Amy can attest to that, Terry. She's trying to get the scissors inside the tidy whities there, Stephen?
Sure.
Okay.
My whitey tidies are fine.
Okay.
What else? Real quick, and then I'm going to the phone lines.
Oh, here's this. 2 nerdy Star Wars losers just critically injured themselves with homemade lightsabers that were filled with gasoline and bleach. They decided to light them and, try and have a nice little lightsaber fight, but no, got burnt.
2 nerdy Star Wars losers, you call them, Terry?
Yeah.
They're critically injured, and you're going to take them down like that, Terry, as they lie in their hospital beds, resting from their burns and injuries. You are going to rub even more pain into their situation by calling them two nerdy Star Wars losers. Well, they made homemade lightsabers.
Yes, they filled fluorescent light tubes with gas and bleach and then lit that mix on fire to make them glow so they could have a nice little fight.
Yes.
And, of course,
Brilliant.
what happens? That exploded.
Hey,
and they...
I know they're chainsaws, but if we throw some wax paper over it, look, we can fight with them. So it's not a good move to create your own homemade lightsabers, is what you're saying.
I would say no.
That's the Terry Free advice to y'all.
Leave it to George Lucas, okay?
All right. Yes. Terry, this just in. George Lucas critically injured by a homemade lightsaber he made. 1-866-663-T-Man. If you are suffering from a relationship blow, well, now is the time for us to figure out what is your next right direction to turn, don't you know? You're on the air. Hello.
Hello?
Yes.
Is that me?
Oh, yes, indeed.
Well, yeah, I have a relationship problem. My boyfriend is a pain in the butt. I don't know what to do with him. He works, but then occasionally, like he'll miss 3 or 4 days because of the weather. He does kind of construction work. And doesn't think that, because I work like 6 days a week and 10, 12 hours a day, and I come home and I want him to do things for me, clean up the house and, do some laundry.
So on the days that his employer calls him up and says there's no need to come to work because there's no work able to be done with the weather situation, you want him to be doing work at home. You don't want him to. You don't want him to feel like the 6th grader on a snow day that you just get to kick back and relax. Because that's how I take it. My employer.
Yeah, there's been too many days that he's done that. I wouldn't mind if it was just a one-day thing, maybe once a year or something, but no, he does it all
So what do you want him to do, like laundry and the stuff that's your job?
Exactly.
You want him to do what? Let's make a list of things. Laundry, what else?
What she just said, yes. Clean up the house, didn't she say?
Clean up the house, vacuum, do the dishes, that kind of thing.
Wow, vacuum and do the dishes?
You better get this. You better get this notion out of your head real quick. That is just not going to happen. That is just not going to happen.
But really,
you know what?
It should.
No, it shouldn't. And the fact that she's suggesting it, Terry, the fact that she's nagging him. It's not like he's calling in sick because he just doesn't feel like going to work.
No, I understand
His employer calls him and says there's no capability of doing work today.
Right.
You're off.
I never get that call.
That's a great feeling.
He'll be calling in the morning.
Are you kidding me?
That's the snow day feeling. You remember how good you felt when you woke up and the snow was covering the ground and you had that snow day feeling.
Absolutely.
All right.
Yes.
Now I know her point is that it happens so often with this guy that he should be immune to the snow day feeling. You never get immune to the snow day feeling.
Right. But I mean,
look at Pasty Dave in there shaking his head. Yes, he loves a snow day.
But if it's like for like 3-4 days in a row,
and the fact, I don't care, Terry. Every day is
he sleeps the whole day.
Oh, geez.
As he should.
No.
Now the man needs his rest.
The only shocking part about this, honestly, is that he is still with her after all the nagging she puts him through, Terry.
Geez.
With all the
share the household, share the chores.
You know what?
If
you want to stay in good standing as far as he's concerned with you better stop nagging this dude. He's working. It's not his fault that Mother Nature doesn't allow him to go to work on certain days. Doesn't mean he should be punished by having to do the whitewash and the colored laundry.
He's being punished. Yeah, right.
Well, he pawns his chores off on my daughter, and I have to listen to my daughter complain about, but Mom, why can't he do this? He stays home all day.
Yeah, look, he's even hanging around you when you have a daughter. Be thankful you have a guy who's willing to be in that environment.
He's preparing
Thank your lucky stars instead of nagging him.
Preparing her for the future.
It's like having 2 kids instead of just one. It gets kind of ridiculous at times.
You need to lose him then, man.
Maybe you should have been doing more laundry instead of having daughters out of wedlock.
Whoa!
No, she was born in wedlock.
No. See, so she
Stephen.
So she couldn't make her first marriage happen, Terry. She couldn't make it work, so now she's doing everything. Now she's doing everything she can to make sure the new relationship goes kablooey. Obviously, if we're not able to learn from our mistakes, obviously she nagged the first husband to death, Terry. If we're not able to learn from our mistakes, we're destined to repeat them. You should take that.
That's true.
You should take that advice away from this phone call with the T-Man, okay?
All right. You have a great day.
Stop nagging him. Goodbye. What the hell is that crap? Guy gets the phone call that he's dreaming for.
Right.
No need to come to work today, but I'm sure actually on those days, those construction workers, a lot of times, if they're in a union at least, they'll get paid something for those days, right?
Not sure how that works.
I don't know.
Probably not.
A lot of times I'm sure not, but still.
Mm-hmm.
You're still excited about that call.
Sure you are.
And then you have to hear, oh, well, if you're not going to work today, can you do this big pile of laundry over here? The hamper's getting overflowed, and you can't do anything. Shut up!
It only takes a few minutes.
Shut up and die!
I just lied and say I'm going to work.
Yeah.
He would like to have something clean to wear, right, on the job.
That's what it's going to come to. In order for this guy to escape all the nagging and all the insisting on him doing the chores, he's going to pretend like he's going to go to work. He's going to dress up like he's going to go to work, and he's going to go to the strip club. Is that what you want, honey? Is that what you want? Answer me! Oh, she's gone. She's not in line anymore.
And just do what most pastors do and buy new clothes instead of doing laundry.
The nerve of this lady. The nerve, Terry, pawning off her job on him.
She's just asking for a little assistance.
All right.
That's it.
It's her job!
No.
It's your kid that messes up the place.
Oh, my gosh. Killing me.
You're on the air.
Hey, T-Man, what's up?
What's up?
Hey, check this out. I got a question. Actually, it's for Terry. I need to ask you a question.
Okay.
All right.
Terry doesn't like the pressure of you singling her out, but go ahead. A lot of pressure. Yes.
Just yesterday, I was talking to my wife, trying to be cool with everything. We've been married for almost 13 years and everything. And I don't know what I did. 13. Oh, yeah, that's a long time.
Yeah. Right.
Listen to
him.
It's
a lot of nagging.
Yeah, I've been married to her for, 13 years. And
yeah, we've heard that more than enough times already, yes. Go ahead.
Hey, just in case she listens, so
right.
I remember. All right, yeah.
Man's delirious from being married so long.
Yes.
Yeah, we got into a little fight yesterday, and I don't know what it was about. I don't know what I did.
Yeah, men never know.
It's not that time of the month. Is it another thing that goes on in a woman's mind? Can you help me out here?
I don't. Exactly. I don't know the subject of what you guys were talking about, so
it's hard to.
It's kind of difficult to help you out there.
Well, the subject is basically about cooking, okay? She cooks more than I cook, all right? And she wanted me to cook last night. And
I said, what the hell's going on here? Cook?
Ladies asking their men to cook and clean.
Right.
Boy.
But she cooks better than me, and I love the way she cooks.
Mm-hmm.
I tried to tell her that, and then she got mad at me. And I'm like, whoa, this don't make any sense.
Well, maybe she would have appreciated just a little bit of a break.
Well,
granted, you love her food and so on and so forth, but it would be nice for you to say, well, all right, honey, you don't want to cook tonight? I'll handle it.
I'll handle it. What do you want? You want a quarter pounder or you want a Big Mac?
Hey, if that's the case, that's something.
Hey, that's fine. If women are willing to accept that, but no. Why can't I have a meal cooked for me? It would just be so nice if one time you cooked for me.
Oh, geez.
So you don't ever cook at your home?
You know how many times I've heard that? No, I don't cook. I've heard that a million times, though.
Have you?
Yes.
Why don't you?
Because I don't cook. I don't know how. I don't want to learn.
Good old try.
Grilled cheese, you know how to make that, don't you?
Grilled cheese, triple decker.
I don't know.
That'll teach her never to ask you again.
Where do you put the cheese? I don't.
On top of the bread.
Yeah.
The T-Man. The world famous Summer Jam 2005.
Getting caught up in drama.
Never. That's what he rigs of
Shooting and going to jail for nothing.
Football.
Getting killed for nothing.
Winnie the Pooh.
Gotta avoid that stuff.
Winnie the Pooh trying to convince us he was some football star in high school, Terry. He was a mixer. He's always been a mixer. Mixers are not football players, especially ones that are 440 pounds like you do.
He's a mixed mixer.
You mixed mixer. You didn't play no football in high school.
Football.
Oh, jeez. Where'd you play football in high school?
Where? I play at West Seattle High School.
West Seattle had a football team?
Yes.
Because I don't remember looking up and down the scores in the papers and seeing West Seattle's football team. Are you sure they have a football team? And
yes.
You weren't just told they have a football team and that you're playing for them even though they really don't have a football team?
No, I played for them.
You sure? You got pads and a helmet?
That's right. My pads didn't really fit as well as they should have.
What was your team's record your senior season?
I think we broke even.
You broke even? That's not a term you use for football. We broke even.
We had a 500 season.
When you're at the roulette table, you break even. Right. You don't break even if you're playing football.
I can't remember how many games
I think we broke even.
Well,
I mean, you had a 500 record?
You would remember.
A 500 record.
Well, did you play your senior season?
I did not.
What's the one you play? Pee Wee League, and that's what you're considering West Seattle High?
What color are flags?
Oh, geez.
What? I played my freshman year.
All right, that explains a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Every dude tried to play his freshman year and then realized if he could or couldn't.
Yes.
Now it makes sense. So don't try to tell us you were some high school football player.
I was a
dude.
high school
Ninth
star
grade,
or nothing.
Ninth grade does not count as high school football.
You said you didn't believe me.
Did
I
you
played
play
football.
for the varsity?
I didn't play for the varsity. I played one varsity game as a freshman.
That was
As what?
What was the highlight of your football career?
A couple fumbles. I didn't cause though. I recovered a fumble. I caused a fumble.
You caused a fumble. So that's the highlight. You went up to someone running with the ball and said, "Boom!"
And they said, "Oh my gosh,
Where did he come from?
intimidating figure."
He's a mixed mixer. Get him out of here.
Whatever it takes for him to drop the ball.
It was his own teammate, but
Right.
Look how small my calf is. Whoa, geez.
Why are you sitting there during the break trying to convince us you played high school football, dude? You played ninth grade football.
It was in high school.
I don't care if, yes, most schools, ninth grade does qualify as being in high school, but that's still not high school football.
Right. They still specify.
My high school was 9th through 12th grades. And even though I played ninth grade football, I mean I played high school football. High school football's played for the varsity.
I played by men.
I played one varsity game.
Great.
I wasn't a superstar.
If you want us,
Apparently not. If you only played one game.
If you want us to start to agree that you played high school football, we can do that for you. All right? You were so great. Can't believe you went into radio. Man, sacrificing your career in football like that. Vinny the Pooh's Pooh, did not play any football. And if you saw him, although he's a handsome, skinny guy, Terry,
Sure.
he doesn't strike you as the football build.
Not even close.
All right? It's very narrow.
Very narrow.
Very, for the ladies out there,
Nice.
I'm sure they'd see him as a very cuddly-looking guy. Women who meet him think he's got a handsome face.
Yes.
All right? Now,
All
that's
right.
something that I would never claim I have. In high school, I did, though.
That's why he works the front desk in case the Vikings call.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
Everybody's way cooler in high school than we are now.
Oh, my gosh.
Dude, know who you are. Know your role. Okay?
Okay.
Like, I know I'm a cross between the Elephant Man and Quasimodo, but only the good parts, and that's a nice thing to fall back on, but still, I know who I am.
I know my giant roll around my waist.
I know who I am, Vinny the Pooh's Pooh. There's one thing you're going to learn from being a part of this radio show. Are you a part of this radio show? Oh, yes, I guess you are. Is that you're going to know who you are.
I mean, I know I'm a wizard sleeve. I
Oh,
have
geez.
one at least.
Oh, geez.
Okay.
All right? Now, who are you?
I wasn't a football player.
No. You're a mixed mixer, and it ends there.
I'm a mixed mixer.
Okay.
That's the highlight. Have a nice life.
Right.
Okay. You're on the air.
Hello?
One problem solved. Yes, go ahead.
Are you talking to me?
Yes.
Oh, I have a problem with my boyfriend.
Would you like to trade him in for a mixed mixer?
He's a handsome one.
Oh, jeez. What's that now? What's your problem with your boyfriend?
Well, we've been together for almost 3 years now.
Mm-hmm. You taking notes
And-
on this video?
I am.
Okay, what do you have so far?
And in last...
Wait. What do you have so far?
I am a mixed mixer.
No.
That's what I started my paper with.
No, the notes on this woman's call.
She has a problem with her boyfriend.
And how long has she been seeing her boyfriend?
I didn't hear.
For 3 years.
3 years.
Not paying attention.
Okay.
Okay. And in last December,
He
I
was
went
too busy
to...
deciding whether to put a little double M on his shirt collar. Huh? For a mixed mixer? Oh, never mind. Yeah, go ahead.
Maybe on his Letterman's jacket.
Yeah.
Yeah, that he never got.
Oh, just go ahead.
In December, we went to a mutual party from friends from my ex-boyfriend. And he got way too drunk. My ex-boyfriend got way too drunk and passed out. And I was worried about him and concerned. And ever since then, my boyfriend has been on me that I still have feelings.
Wow. Why were you worried and concerned about an ex-boyfriend if he was drunk and passed out? Men get drunk and passed out at parties all the time, especially mutual parties.
When he
whatever that is.
passed out, he fell and
She was at a
hit his
mutual
head.
party, Terry.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Hey.
He passed out and you ran over with concern.
I went over there to see if he was okay, yes.
I am completely on the side of your new boyfriend that's not even so new. She's been seeing for 3 years, Terry.
Well, it
she
sounds
rushes over in concern for the boyfriend who probably passes out every weekend at a party, Terry.
He hit his head.
Oh,
That's
wow.
Oh, he hit his head. He may be hurt.
But it sounds
I
like...
love you.
Wait,
Oops.
listen.
But it wasn't
Yes.
concern because I still have feelings for it. It was because I know him and I don't want anything bad to happen to him.
Well, you were at the side of your boyfriend at this mutual party on this night. You should have stayed on the side of your boyfriend and only spoke when spoken to.
Oh, jeez. Would you stop it?
And get him a beer when he needs
Okay, stop it!
Maybe not that far. Maybe I went a little far there, Terry. But when she sees her ex-boyfriend in a spot of trouble, she doesn't go rushing over and crying, hoping that he's okay. Somebody help us!
Wait, listen, though. Can I say something? It sounds
You might as well have been.
It sounds as though the ex-boyfriend and her had, a decent breakup. They were still friendly with one another. And there's nothing wrong with expressing the concern, saying, well,
That's not true, Terry. And if you were listening to her call, you would have realized that. Because if he felt that the breakup was cool, he wouldn't be drinking himself into a drunken state just about any chance he gets.
He's got a new girlfriend.
Yes,
Where was
and
she?
you're very jealous about that situation, aren't you? And you think about him all the time, don't you?
No.
Don't you? Aren't you thinking about him right now, huh?
No.
Mm-hmm.
Well, where was the girlfriend
And
at the
she
time?
makes her boyfriend feel.
She wasn't there for some. I don't know why, but
Because you
he was. It wasn't like
you called her up and told her the party was canceled, didn't you? Terry, this woman thinks about her ex-boyfriend too often.
No, I don't.
And she makes her boyfriend feel like he is some kind of controlling, manipulative boyfriend for getting on her for being concerned about her ex-boyfriend when he was every bit in his right to get a little annoyed that she was all fawning all over the ex-boyfriend. It wasn't probably even that passed out.
No, he hit his head when he fell, and I was concerned.
Oh, he hit his head when he fell. Was he bleeding?
No.
Fine. Then he's fine.
Did a couple of his buddies help him up on the couch?
What are you supposed to do when you fall? You hit your head.
Well, he hit.
He didn't need mouth to mouth.
Oh my gosh.
But it was good of
I
her to
was
give it to him.
concerned. That was my only thing. I wasn't crying and throwing or causing a big scene.
Did you just go up to him and kind of go, "Hey, are you okay?" and then walk off, or
well,
what?
Actually, I didn't even talk to him because he was on the floor and his friends were surrounding him. So I was just kind of watching to see if he was okay.
You just humped him and left. Okay, anyhow.
Oh, my head hurts now.
The theme of today, every time we have a Relationship Wednesday on a Waxus Wednesday, Terry.
Yes.
There always seems to be a theme, whether we like it or not, that develops through the course of the calls. And it usually doesn't take more than 3 or 4 calls to figure out what that theme is. The theme of today's Relationship Wednesday is obviously women who are actually just lucky that their boyfriends are still around. That's the theme of today's Relationship Wednesday.
Really?
She's making it like her boyfriend has the problem when she behaved improperly.
No,
She said all she
had
did
a
was-
problem. I just want him to know that I don't have feelings for my ex.
Now listen,
like that at all.
if it was genuine, just overwhelming concern for his health, that would be one thing, but you know it wasn't.
No,
you
it
know,
was.
no.
Seriously.
Stop. Don't insult me.
I'm not insulting you. But the thing
Your
is
speaking
that
is
I've been
an
with my
insult in
new
itself. Your speaking is an insult in itself. You went over there more than just mere health concerns. You wouldn't have rushed over to any stranger who banged their head like that. You'd be like, oh, I hope he's okay. Someone should go over and check him out. You went over to that ex-boyfriend because something inside your vagina is still tingling over him.
Tingle, tingle.
No, I don't
Yes,
think so.
and if you don't want to acknowledge that, that makes it more dangerous than it would be otherwise. Something in your vagina still tingles over this man, and you have to address and find out why that's happening.
No.
Now, if you're calling me up saying, T-Man, why do I still have tingles when it comes to my ex-boyfriend and my vagina? If you called me up and said that, then we could deal with this call on a frank level, on a candid and genuine level. But you're calling up trying to condemn your boyfriend for calling...
I'm not trying to condemn
for
him.
painting a picture of him being controlling and, in some sense, abusive, for getting on you, for having a genuine concern, as you see it, for your ex-boyfriend and his troubles. I don't see it that way.
I don't know how to... See, it was just... I wasn't even, crying. I just said, went over there and was watching to make sure he was okay. And that was it. And then when they picked him up, they actually called the paramedics. And then when they picked him up and everything was fine, I went, my boyfriend was kind of standing back, and I went back to him.
And what did he say?
He rolled his eyes at me.
And then what?
And then the rest of the night was kind of tension, you could tell.
And what's happened since then?
Well, we're doing fine. It's just that every now and then he brings up the fact that, well, I don't think I have you all the way. I think that you still have feelings for your ex.
And he's wrong?
Yes, I don't have feelings for him like that anymore. I don't want anything bad to happen to him, but...
Sure you don't. She sounds nice enough. She sounds very genuine.
Why is he so insecure?
Why is
she? She sounds nice enough. She sounds like she's a very, very sweet young lady. So why does she still have feelings for her ex-boyfriend?
Well, she doesn't. Why does the current boyfriend, still, like Steven said, be so insecure about it?
She does.
Probably as like a friend and say, okay, yeah, I'm sure.
You care for people.
Of course you do.
How long did he go out with this ex-boyfriend?
For about 4 years.
That's a long time.
Was he your first?
What?
Was he your first sexual experience?
No.
No way, I've had 100 before him.
How many men have you had sex with?
About 6.
What number was he?
He was 5.
He was the 5th in 6?
Yes.
But was he the best?
No.
But he loved your 2-year-old,
Who's
right?
the best?
My new boyfriend.
Your new boyfriend's the best?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Good answer.
No, seriously, though.
Good answer for a woman involved in some kind of cover-up for her real, true feelings, Terry. Who has the bigger dick?
Oh, boy.
That would be my new boyfriend.
Right. Another good answer, Terry. Also very predictable. What do you look like?
I'm very short. I'm 5'1". I'm about 130 pounds.
You love sex, don't you? Love it. Can't get enough of it, can you? Can't get enough of it. You scream like crazy, don't you?
No, I'm not a screamer.
Yes, you are.
No,
Don't lie. Okay, maybe she's not. And that one lies about everything. You don't scream? Do you moan?
Well, I mean, I make noise.
What kind of noise?
What do you mean, what kind of noise?
Give me an example.
No, I'm not.
Just give me an example. All right, it doesn't have to be in full passion mode, but just give me an example of the kind of noise you make during sex. Come on.
I moan. I don't scream.
I just asked you if you're a moaner. You said, no, I make noise. Now you're a moaner all of a sudden. What are you?
Okay, I make a wheel noise.
You don't even know what you are. You don't know what you want. And your boyfriend's picking up on that. He saw your eyes when you ran over to that guy passed out. He saw your eyes.
No.
Your eyes tell him a lot more than your mouth ever could, honey.
It's not like that.
You know what? You use that line on him because I'm not buying it.
So you think that I have feelings for him, too?
I don't care anymore. I want to hear the noise.
It's Raisinets, okay?
It's like when you put your hand under your armpit.
Give me your best example of the kind of noise you typically make during sex. Go ahead.
Why?
Because I want to hear it. Cheap thrill for me. That's all it is.
Well, plus it helps the story.
It helps the story?
Don't argue for me, Stephen. She's not going to buy that. I just want to hear it. I told her it's just something that I want to hear. There's nothing more to it than that. Cheap thrill.
Serious.
Go ahead. Let me hear it. I have a feeling it's going to be really good.
Yeah?
Even if it's not the real out-and-out sex mode that she's in right now.
Right. Because you can only capture that
I
at
think
that
she's
moment.
full of sex, Terry. Good. Let me hear it. I want to hear it. I knew it.
Okay, was that
But it's probably amplified.
And it wasn't even in her ass, Terry.
Can we get back to my issue now?
No, because your issue is an issue with you and you alone.
No.
And until you're willing to address that, I have nothing to say bad about this guy, other than I feel sorry for him to some degree.
I'm not
that he's in
asking you
love
to-
with you. He's in love with you. He has strong feelings for you after 3 years, and he knows that a portion of your heart, maybe not the majority of your heart, but some portion of your heart is still with that old guy.
You know what?
And that's tough for any guy to have to deal with. That's the truth of the situation. You'll never convince me otherwise. Sooner or later, you're going to have to realize that that's a situation. And when that happens, then things will get better in your relationship. Until then, I can't help a woman who's not able to address the truth.
I'm over him, though. Seriously, I really am.
Mm-hmm. Then why are you moaning like that?
Not for my ex-boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
So...
You need to tell your current boyfriend just to get over it, man.
I mean, I agree, I would, but, I don't want to make this...
He's not going to get over something that he knows exists.
Well, then break up with her and find somebody who truly loves you.
Maybe he should.
No.
If he was on the line, I'd advise him maybe to do that.
Well?
Because you know what? Every man is entitled to 100% of the woman he's with's heart, Terry.
Same with the woman. She's entitled to the same.
I'm not saying that she wants this guy back necessarily.
Right.
I'm not saying that she's infatuated with this ex-boyfriend. But she's got to acknowledge she still has feelings for him, and she doesn't want to acknowledge that. Until she does, there's not going to be any truthfulness in their relationship, and without any true truthfulness in a relationship, it cannot flourish.
No, I don't.
Don't you tell me no! You just keep moaning, all right?
Oh, boy.
Let me hear it one more time. Come on.
What? No.
One more time.
No, thank you.
You did such a good job the first time.
No, thank you. You heard it once. That's enough.
See? She's one of those girls.
One of what girls?
One of those girls.
I know those girls.
You know those girls.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to be one of those girls.
Where are you from? Where you calling from, baby?
Auburn.
Yep. Mm-hmm. See you at the racetrack.
Yeah.
Thanks for the call.
Thank you.
I'm not going to, again, help you out with the problem because it's your problem and yours alone. Call us back when you realize that, okay?
Okay.
We'll look forward to that call. We don't expect it anytime soon.
All right.
Take
Thanks.
care. There she is.
There she goes.
It's nice.
Okay.
It's worth the wait.
Good.
Yeah.
The T-Man.
Luke, I'm your father with a message from...
Well, can you then ask me in a more masculine voice? Okay, never mind.
That was it, huh?
And now, representing butt rockers worldwide, carrying sod from Tacoma to Everett and every city in between, president of the blue collar workers. Even though he wears a tank top, here's Dump Truck Guy.
What's cracking, baby?
Something's a no-go, Terry.
Yeah, I know.
I heard it over the Dumpy radio.
I did too. 10-4, good buddy.
I don't know what a no-go, what exactly is a no-go today, but I thought on a beautiful weather day like today, there's nothing that's a no-go. Yeah. Or maybe it's the little...
Explain to you what a no-go is?
The little lunch run to Deja Vu is a no-go today?
No, negative. Negative on the boo.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Then what's a no-go?
My freaking Bic lighter just ran out. Midday, and now I ain't got no light, man.
It's got no
I was calling
light.
the dude behind me. He was checking his cab for another Bic, and it's a no-go. No Bic.
The important little details of a day's work, Terry.
Wow, no.
So, ladies and gentlemen, if you see Dump Truck Guy along the highways of our fine little area, why don't you allow him to be... why don't you ask him to pull over and offer him a light?
Yeah. Throw him a big
I'm
lighter.
going to have to hit the Indian stand, man. Just purchase one. Do a purchase order, and I'll be good to go, man.
Well, you head over to the Indian stand. I'm sure they'll be happy to see you.
Yeah, get a soccer ball filled with gunpowder, too. They offer those behind the counter.
Well,
give me a couple M1000s.
So what do you on right now, Dump Truck Guy? Where are you?
I'm on I-5 heading into Fife, the lovely town with lovely officers that leave us alone.
All right. Well, if you're by the neon sign there in the south end of I-5, why don't you tell Dumpy that he no longer needs to go to the Indian stand? That you'll offer him a light.
Yeah, right.
Wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah.
It'd be pretty hard at 61 miles an hour.
Why don't you blow the big horn? Let him know where you're at, Dumpy.
Hey, man, I got a question for you, brother.
Oh, okay. What's the question?
Are you taking a short weekend or are you taking a long weekend?
Well, we're taking off Monday like every other great American.
All right, that's a given. That's a given.
That's right.
How about Friday?
Oh, we'll be here Friday.
Oh, indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Might it be possible? Maybe I can make a secret appearance on Friday.
You want
I guess it's not a secret anymore.
You want to come down? He's very quick there.
Yeah.
You want to come down to Friday morning show here in the studio?
Yeah, I believe the job is going to be shut down for Friday, and the sun should be out. Yeah.
You mean you don't?
Come to Seattle.
You mean you don't have to cook and clean on your day off, Dumpy?
Jeez.
Negative.
Mm-hmm. Why did I have a feeling that was going to be the answer?
Right.
Dump Truck Guy.
I'll pre-cook up the grilled cheese at night and they can throw it in the microwave, heat it up.
Dump truck guy knows the golden rule. When dump truck guy wants to come down to the studio, dump truck guy gets to come down to the studio.
Yeah, dump it.
I appreciate that, man.
As long as it's
I'll give you a light because I'm feeding for the smoke.
As long as it's okay with Joanne Million Hairs, it's okay with me.
How is she?
Oh, indeed. I'm sure it's okay. I'll answer for it. Yeah, it's okay. Indeed. All right, see you Friday.
There it is. Now Dumpy needs a Marlboro Red, Terry.
Oh, it was good to hear from Joanne Million Hairs.
Yeah.
She sounds good.
Yeah, she does.
Dumpy needs a ciggy.
Yeah, bad fiending.
Mm-hmm.
The dump trucks don't come equipped with lighters in the
I
ashtray.
think somewhere in there he could find out a way to get a light.
Yeah.
With all the things going on in the dump truck there, Terry, something's got to be able to make fire.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Apparently not.
Oh, goodness.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have, as you know, wrestling tickets. We have, as you know, Summer Jam tickets to give away. And Stephen Kilbreth is now going to give you his trivia question of the day.
Oh.
Okay, let's see. Who sang the last song that was played on the air here?
Okay, never mind.
Jeez.
How about something exciting like the ingredients of a grilled cheese? Anyhow. Well,
cheese.
Yeah, she wins, Stephen. Where do you want to go, to wrestling or to Summer Jam?
I will take the third option. No, I'll take the Summer Jam tickets.
Well, he's probably got a Storm game that day. Anyhow, I was just reading in the paper, by the way, that your head coach of your favorite team, the Seattle Storm, Stephen, very disappointed in her star center because apparently she came into the season out of shape.
Yeah, LJ's a little big.
A little big.
Not a good quality in a lesbian, Terry. Why is Lauren Jackson coming into her season?
Yeah.
She got fat on the championship. Is that it, Terry?
Sounds like it.
She's no longer with the incentive to win, that she comes in out of shape.
What's up with that?
She didn't have enough little lesbian activities over the off season to stay in shape. She what? She found the Stephen Kilbreth weight training schedule
and said, hey, I like this.
And followed it to the letter during the off season.
Yeah.
She hasn't played since October. First time she hasn't played all year round.
Well, if you're a
in 10
professional
years.
athlete, you keep yourself in shape during the off season.
Well, she had surgery.
You're making excuses for her.
Well, I think, I think that she should probably be in better shape. But
Would Lauren appreciate that? Is she going to come over and thank you at the next game?
yeah. She'll say, who's this now?
Well, what did she have surgery on, Steven?
I think her leg or ankle or something below the belt somewhere.
Right. You would think that her coach would know about that and wouldn't be in the paper chastising her just for being out of shape if that were the case.
Well, I mean, it's in that article that you are referring to that she had surgery as well.
Well, I didn't read the article,
Okay.
but Terry told me about it. And you told me it points
Well, I
out
did,
that
but
she's upset, Terry.
Yeah,
the coach is upset.
In fact, it says here that woe is Jackson. Storm star Lauren Jackson played poorly Saturday against the Sparks.
She did.
Failing to reach double figures in points for the first time in 85 games. Jackson was sluggish for a reason, Coach Ann Donovan admits. She's out of shape.
So she called her out for being out of shape.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's right.
She called her out, Steven.
It's good. You got to do that sometime. Knock these put it in these players' heads that they need to keep working at it.
You were about to say bitches before players, weren't you?
Knock these people. That's what I was going to say.
You were about to say bitches.
Steven.
I don't know if you want that in your PA announcer.
I know.
Calling the athletes bitches. You were about to say bitches, weren't you?
Got to knock it into these bitches that they need to work out all year round, okay?
Well, we couldn't hold back any longer. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. You just called the entire team a bunch of bitches.
Now you're never going to get the Sonic gig.
They're bitches too, by the way.
The people that run the Sonics are. That's awful. To think
Everybody in the whole city.
You're on the air.
Hi.
It's probably still sitting up there.
Hi.
I want to try to win Summer Jam tickets.
Well, we're also giving away wrestling tickets. You wouldn't rather have that?
I used to always be into wrestling, but I haven't been lately.
Oh, jeez.
I'm sorry I had surgery and
Oh, Miss
Just
Jackson, I'm
kinda-
glad you've called in.
not watch them anymore.
And you would like to go to Summer Jam, would you?
Pardon me?
You would like to go to Summer Jam?
Yes, I
Does
would.
that fit into your post-surgery op procedures?
I'm getting better.
Oh, okay then.
I'll be good by then.
Yeah, but you sound on the, well, with no way to put this delicately, on the older side as
I
far
am.
as Summer Jam people are concerned.
I am.
but I go every year. I did miss about 3 years ago.
You were supposed to stop in 1976, though. You should have realized that you were too old at that point. Why do you still want to go now?
I want to win free tickets because I'm poor at the moment.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no, man.
How many painkillers are you on right about now?
We'll make you a trade.
Yeah.
Terry Free just wants to know, because she knows if you wind up getting tickets, you'll wind up in the Terry Free Summer Jam section. Being as
that's right.
as old as you are. Well, you know, she is the first caller. She is asking for Summer Jam tickets.
Mm-hmm.
Who am I to say no, Terry?
T-Man.
Well, that's true, but even I can't turn down a fragile grandma's request, Terry.
Yeah,
Fragile
that's
grandma.
true.
Man.
So who are you excited to see at Summer Jam?
Yeah.
Oh.
She has no idea.
I know, she's like,
Sister
who's going to be
Sledge.
there?
I can't hardly hear you guys.
Donna Summer will not be appearing at this year's Summer Jam, you know. Either will Gladys Knight,
but the Pips will.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, we have signed the Pips.
Oh, thank goodness.
Who are you looking forward to seeing at Summer Jam was the question.
Gosh. I love John B.
Oh, she doesn't. I was about to...
I love Olivia
Newton-John? Who?
What?
Who do
You
you
guys
love?
have me so nervous.
John B. and who?
Oh, God, I can't even think at the moment. New Edition. I'd love to see New Edition.
See what New Edition is bringing out now,
Yes,
Terry.
here we go.
Hey.
All the old editions. All right, you've won tickets. How about that,
Thank you.
What's your name?
Deanna.
We'll be looking for you at Summer Jam, Deanna.
Oh, great.
Wear something skimpy, baby.
Oh, I can't after surgery.
Oh, that's not the answer I was looking for.
Just stay near the shuffleboard area that we put in this year.
Mm-hmm. She got her hip replaced there. Now she wants to come to Summer Jam. There she is, Deanna. She's got her tickets.
Yay, Deanna.
Yes.
Woo-hoo.
Who wants wrestling tickets? No one?
Hey, it's this Friday, isn't it?
I want wrestling tickets, T-Man.
The T-Man.